And we are live. Good morning. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing this morning? Welcome, welcome. Ninja Mama's here early this morning. She's just got 2 days left before court. Good morning, Treva. Hi, Jazz. How are you doing? Hey, you guys. Congratulations, congratulations. Hope you win this. I hope you win this too. Alrighty, where are we today? We are April 7th. It is, it's spring. We just had Easter. If you guys celebrate, happy Easter, my friends. I hope you had a good one. Wait, April 7, 2026. And we're doing live tarot readings this morning. We're going to start with Ninja Mama because she is obviously chomping at the bit, hoping to find out what's going to happen with this court case in 2 more days. And Treva, how you doing, love? Happy Easter, all you guys. Was the Easter bunny good to you? Crazy thoughts, eh? And then we'll do Jazz. We'll see who else comes in the morning, huh? All right. Trying to figure out how to get it so that anybody can comment on my stream, and I don't know that they can. So I haven't figured out how to fix that yet. Anybody know? Show the layout. Guests who can chat. No, I don't see a way to change this, you guys. I really don't. Oh, well, you're going to have to go with this. All right, we're going to start with Ninja Mama. First thing I'm going to do is post today's StreamYard link in here for you. You guys want to come on live? You can, or you can stay in the chat. You'll see the live stream address streaming along here. If you can pick it up quick enough to type it in, you can use that. Otherwise, I'll just drop it in the chat like that, and you can come on live that way. Are you going to stay in chat, or are you going to come on live, Ninja Mama? I'll kick this off. You're going to stay in chat this morning. Alrighty. Oh, I'm using this deck again. Don't know why. I like changing decks. And I haven't changed decks in weeks, so we're going to see how it goes. It's Treva's birthday. Happy birthday, sweetheart. All right. Oh, out of the gate, we got the Magician. Ninja Mama, this is a, cakewalk. 7 of Wands. This is almost over. And then the Knight of Wands. You guys are moving forward. Whole new path, whole new journey. This is, I can't call this anything other than a victory release. As soon as you hear you're free, this better happen in 2 days. I can't imagine what's going to happen in 2 days. I'll get the shadow cards. I've got the Fool immediately followed by the Knight of Swords and the Tower. But those are all followed by the 8 of Cups. So there's still the forward movement. And then I get this damned Empress card coming up again. How's the pregnancy, not pregnancy going? What's happening with that? I get a feeling that you weren't pregnant, but that you might. There's one coming up. You got to be brave. You want to make this happen. Holy crowley. Is this a pregnancy, or is this just creating something new here? Do tell. My darling. Not pregnant, but you thought you were. And you're not, but she's still there. I definitely have the energy of you making it so that you are definitely going to make another baby. But you've got so many projects in the fire. You really don't need to be 5 months pregnant when you have to move, right? This is Tower comes up when we have ideas that we hold in mind that are out of sync with reality. We believe that they are true, and we are shocked into realizing that they're not true. What is this in reference to? So ideally, this is you being knocked down out of an ivory tower sort of thing. Hello, Andrea. Good morning. So you have an idea held in mind that is going to be suddenly knocked out of your head with reality. This release, this freedom, this forward movement is really, really intense. Yeah, Andrea, we'll get you on the list right after Jazz this morning. I knew it wasn't what you could do right now, but this is the beauty of the first card coming out of the deck is the Magician, and the Magician holds all the cards. So you can do anything that you want. You can move forward. You can create everything that you need to create. You've just really got to be willing to stand up for and fight for what it is that you really want, what you really believe, right? And go after it. Did they tell you that you couldn't switch? Did they tell you that you couldn't switch to early education? It's better with timing. What do you mean it's better with timing? You want to wait. You want to wait to do the early education until you have less hanging over your head. You did switch, but you're on a wait list. So you continue the courses that you're doing, and then they'll let you know when the classes that you need are open. Is that my understanding? So this is the waiting for the release. I see. And then you're on the new path. Why am I getting the Tower? Is the Tower because you keep thinking you want the baby, and then you're happy that you're not having the baby, and then you're unhappy that you're not having the baby, and then there's this whole cycle going on? Does this have to do, why am I getting this puppy when all of everything else looks like great cards except for this one, which knocks you off, right? So yeah, so you've got to come to terms with this. Okay, so you are this puppy, in spite of all of this greatness and speed, and everything's moving very, very quickly here, right? This is the back and forth that, so you need to come to grips with this. You really got to decide how you're going to do this. You either want another baby or you don't want another baby, but you got to stop giving mixed signals to the universe, because the universe is keep going to keep giving you exactly what it is that you want. And this takes courage. Telling the world that this is what you want takes absolute courage, right? Yeah, see, so there's the courage. What are you worried about? If you have the baby, you get all sorts of new stuff to worry about. If you don't have the baby, you get all sorts of new stuff to worry about. Do you see what I'm saying here? If you put this to bed, a lot of what you think, a lot of what you feel ceases to have power over you. You get this? Right? So the beauty of it is you're worrying about good stuff. This is all good stuff happening. Like, there is negative. This is knowledge. This is knowledge releasing you, and this is hoping for knowledge to release you. Do you see the energy here? And as long as you stay in this anticipation moment, this stuff becomes easier to bring into reality. You get it? So you got to stop praying for what you don't want, if that makes any kind of sense to you. Because yeah, we do not want what we have not got, right? So if you can relax into the reality, the alignment of who you are, where you are, when you are, and just be Ninja Mama, right? Just be. You get up in the morning, you go, I'm going to be the best me that I can possibly be today. That's this card. That is this card all day, every day. And this card brings to you the energy, the ability to deal with all of the battles that you have to deal with over the day. But you see that little shining heart over there? Just this one. That's the only battle. If you can focus on that love, that light, and not think about everything else, that's your battle. Your battle is to ignore all the crap and focus on the love. And the love light shines deep inside you. You get this? Right? And when you can get into alignment and grab that light and run with it, then I get this is you doing what you want, going where you want, being what you want, having what you want. Do you get this? This is the reality of it. And why does this work? Why does this work at the alignment level? It works because when you are in alignment, the not want, the not care, the not happy, the not whatever ceases to exist because everything's flowing. Everything is in the space, right? You get this. How long you've been practicing this now, right? You get in the space and then you look at with an aligned eye everything that's going on. What don't you want? Cast it off and move forward. Well, you just did that. You decided to switch over to early childhood education. It's a longer education stream, as I understand it, but you come out ahead and you're doing more of what it is that you want to be doing. Do you get this? But this is a time card too. The Eight of Cups is about you've got to emotionally release your grasp on the constrictions of time that you create for yourself. Do you get it? And allow yourself to move forward. Yeah, it's a slog. Let's look at this guy. He's crossing the river Styx, if you will, by stepping on cups that are so full of water that they could sink at any time. So you're walking on tenterhooks anyway, right? You might as well bloody well enjoy yourself, right? And with the switch to try, but this is the new path, right? You've created this, you put this into play. So release it and let it go, right? So if you've created a delay in what you need to study and the work that you need to do, take advantage of the delay to do the things that you need to do right here, right now. And this is the trick, is to go after what you know you need to go after. Do you have an exam coming up? Post haste, you have a chemistry exam, I believe, that you are petrified that you will not pass. Is that what it is? You think you won't pass. But I'm telling you, you studied this enough, you can't not pass. You're starting back at the gym. You love to give yourself challenges, don't you? Right? So this is in and of itself. That's a new start. That is going after, right? You know that you are physically healthy. You're in good shape. You have an easier time dealing with all the things that you need to deal with on a daily basis, right? But you also know that getting into shape is something, it's got to be consistent. It's got to be continual. It's got to be one after one, put one foot in front of the other and keep on going, right? So this is also the Eight of Cups, but it's all the Eight of Cups. It's all looking at what you don't want from the past and kick it over. It's not a cup that you need to take with you. It's not emotional baggage that you need to take with you. So what is going on here is just a time frame. It's almost as if the cards are saying, because you've got your focus so much on not knowing what's going on with the court case, it's almost like that energy is asking that court case to drag out and drag out and drag out and keep dragging out. Do you get this? And so if you can take your focus completely off it and not even think about it, like it doesn't even exist. And if you could do that for the next 48 hours, I will be impressed. But part of that is focus, right? These 2 nights are coming up because this is an active choice on your part. Is, am I going to focus on what I know I need to focus on, or am I going to focus on what I want to focus on? You're trying to keep busy, right? Oh, Jesus. There we go with the phone again. I forgot to turn it off. And you know what? Bear with me a second. Tina Brooks, good morning. Bonjour.
Oui. Bonjour madame, je me présente, Gabriel Alba, gestionnaire de profil AKM à Business. Je veux m'entretenir avec le propriétaire de PPL Master Hot Sauce.
Ça serait moi, mais qu'est-ce que vous vendez? Je comprends pas.
Rassurez-vous madame, nous ne vendons rien. Nous vous contactons concernant votre profil d'entreprise Google My Business, qui a mis des signalements d'alerte.
OK. Pour le moment, je ne suis pas intéressée à Google. Je suis très occupée et si vous pouvez nous envoyer un courriel, ça serait bien aimable, mais il faut que je vous quitte à ce moment. Bon? Merci, bye. Okie doke. Sorry about that. I will turn that off, you guys. I don't know what they want with Google. Well, they'll phone me. They've got a gazillion and one things to say to me, and they all say nothing. They get some weird thing with Google. And they keep phoning me. Oh, you have to turn this on. Well, it's got something to do with the U.S. and U.S. laws concerning, I don't know. Google Talk or something. I don't know, so that deaf people can hear your website. I'm like, dude, read my website. If you can't read, we have issues. I don't understand. I need to be able to speak. Oh, it's for blind people. Okay. I suppose I could put my website up in Braille. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. All right. Sorry about the phone, you guys. I love putting them on live chat for you guys. You got to hear them. They had a very difficult, blah, 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 blah. They speak this fast and you can barely understand them. And I'm living in a province right now where they are trying to remove any ability for me to speak English to you guys because I'm live streaming on the internet. So I should be speaking entirely in French to you guys. Does this make sense to anybody? Yeah, no, me neither. Just because of where I am? I don't think so. You know, if I lived in India, I would still be broadcasting in English. Why? Because I read in English. I do read in French. I can read in French. I often read in French, but not today. All right. Although if somebody wants me to read in French, I will read in French. Guys, as we go through this, I want you to make sure that you are live. I know that if you came in before the live stream started, you started with the beginning of the live stream. But take a look at that and we'll see where we're going from there. Sound good? All right. I got Treva. Are you going to want to come on live this morning or are we going to leave you in the chat? I'll have you come on next if you want to do it that way. Good morning, Amanda. I see you waiting in the wings. We'll bring you on shortly after Jazz and Andrea. Yeah, I see you, Jazz. I hope these don't make me pull you in the order that you plugged into StreamYard. That's interesting. All right, there's the link for you if you're coming on, Treva. I have a frog in my throat this morning. I think it's a French frog. I'm too funny. Did we lose Treva? Okay, no, Treva, are you going to come on live or are you going to stay in the stream? And have you got me live? Double check that your stream is ticking off live and you're not watching a replay because this system is quite weird. Here she comes. Treva has entered the studio. And are you ready, darling? All righty, here we go. We're going to bring you on live. Good morning. Nice hair.
Yep.
It looks super healthy. My grandmother would have loved to play with that. She was a hairdresser.
Yeah, my mom too.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. My grandma was the one who taught me to read cards.
Nice.
She was really good. She did pregnancies and babies. She'd tell you whether you were having a boy or a girl. She was the only one that told me that my firstborn was going to be a girl. And all of the doctors, I got a jumper for you. All of the doctors told me that I'm missing a couple of rings. I didn't put all my rings on this morning. She was the only one that told me that Tiffany was going to be a girl. All the ultrasounds and everything else said Tiffany was going to be a boy. Tiffany turned out to be a girl. Way to trick the doctors. Although, so I got the jumper out here for you. I got a magician. How are you doing? You're doing all right.
Today I seem to be.
Yeah, because I got this is perfection. Talk about being in a great place. Right out of the gate. Oh, did we wake up in alignment or what? What happened?
Yeah, yesterday was a really awful day for me. I don't know why. Just, I was anticipating I don't want to turn 58. You know, like the energy. I miss my son energy. It's Easter.
Yeah.
You know, just my mom. And then today I thought I wake up and I felt different.
Good. You feel great. You feel healthy. You feel plugged in. You feel there's no negativity all of a sudden. What happened?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I prayed hard.
Prayer is good. Prayer is in order to truly connect in a prayer, you have to go internally. You have to really plug in, right?
I did.
And you did. Yeah, I can feel that. So there's almost like a spiritual a line being drawn in the sand in a spiritual sense, because it's not a queen coming up here. You're not creating something. This is almost like a surrender happened. Do you feel that?
Yeah,
Oh, you do feel that. That's great. Right?
yeah.
And you haven't started singing, but you're going to be singing today.
Ah, you're right.
Look at this. Look at this. This
Yeah,
is, remember last week I said this is your spirit saying you gotta sing.
yeah.
This is crazy. This is so uh so this is the energy of the cards that I'm looking at are what I tend to see. There's a thing that they call the night of the dark soul, where you sort of spiral down into the bottom of yourself, meet yourself, connect, plug in, and then you spiral back out of it. And sometimes it takes like, a flash, and sometimes it takes months. It's an internal battle with yourself, where your ego self finally manages to realize that it is important for the existence,
That
and
would have been yesterday.
you need to be in
Wow.
that power, or you
Yeah.
can't do anything correctly, right?
Mm.
And so once you grasp this concept where the two of you need to be plugged in, because there really is, there's two of you inside there. There's
Yeah.
the you that is the meat suit that thinks, oh my God, I'm the only one in control and nobody's coming to help me, right? That lost, that we always, and there's the real you. This is what I like to call the melody card. And she purdy,
Yep.
right? And she is all about, I don't know why the red feather is jumping out, but we'll come back to that. She is all about the energy, the spark of life, that we are the part of us that is eternal and is the starting point for truly being all that in a bag of chips as a human being. Right? Without this, you're just an empty shell of a person. And you got that last night,
Yeah, because
right?
I didn't even cook Easter dinner. I was too out of it. Yep.
Right? The holiest day on the Christian calendar, and you
Yep.
couldn't even bring yourself to make dinner. What'd you have for dinner last night?
Um, I think I ended up having toast.
It's one of my go-to when I don't know when we don't know what to
I,
eat.
I
We have
couldn't do
food.
it. I couldn't, as much as I wanted to. I just couldn't make it.
Were
So I'm
you there
making
by?
it
Were you
today.
alone? Were you alone yesterday with Lainey?
Jacob's here.
Hi, Jacob.
He's sleeping, but
That's all
he's
right.
here. Yeah.
Right? And something in you said, no, no, I'm gonna do this. But the beauty of this justice card, especially when it comes on the foot of the Princess of Wands here, is that it's like you looked at yourself, like truly saw yourself, and decided, no, 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 we're this is me, this is us, right? And the pretense comes off, the mask comes off, the fear comes off. Do you feel that? It's
Mhm.
almost like you woke up this morning to a whole new body almost,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the wiping of the fear, the erasure of the fear as an ego self is the most important step, because that's how you thread the needle. That's how you go back and you heal the ego inception, right?
Yeah.
Because you're here. Whether you like it or not, you are here. You are in this existence. You are in this meat suit, and you came here for the challenge. You came here to see what you could do with whatever it was life could throw at you,
You know
right?
what's really weird is everything that I went through is tumbling back in the order that I went through it.
Mm-hmm. That's a choice. Right, so in a sense, right, like spiritual advisors talk, and they feed into your subconscious, and you take the energy and you process it at whatever level it is that we process the information, and then you get to the point where your ego self says, but I'm in charge, And your spirit self says, well, you're really bad at it unless we're working together.
Yeah.
Right. And then at a certain point, there's the ego self recognizes that that's where the power is coming from. Right. It's not alone. It does have this power. It does have this support. It does have this. And by the way, it's not a one and done. As solid as you feel this morning, you could be right back where you were yesterday.
Yeah.
By simply not paying attention to yourself, this self.
I've decided that every day I'm going to write 6 pages of my book.
There you go. That's a commitment. That's it. And the singing.
Yeah.
Right? Because what stops you from doing the things that you want to do is fear. It's the unknown. Yeah. It's the, well, what if I screw it up? I've screwed everything else in my life up. Why won't I screw this up? Right. Yeah. And this energy goes, and we say the most horrible things to ourselves over and over again. Right. It's the point at which the ego self goes, wait a minute, I'm my power. This comes from me. The good comes from me. It doesn't come, well, the bad comes from you too. That's just an acceptance level. But it's recognizing that you create the good by pulling that power out of yourself and become one with it, which is what you experienced, so that you're able to go out and do, you get to do the singing. You're going to go do the singing because dude woke up all that in a bag of chips this morning. Right?
Yeah.
The ability to choose the lines in the sand that we're going to draw based on who we are, when we are, what we are, not on who we used to be, who we're afraid to be. Right? That's the connection that you plugged in here. You feel that?
I do.
That's crazy. That is so lovely. So let's see what potential you created overnight. Look at this. So this is the writing. This is the emotional, right? Because you're writing about your history. You're writing about how you dealt with everything, all of that, right? So part of that. So this is why the Page of Cups is coming up. So you're going to get, I want you to be careful. I want you to get into alignment before you start writing and allow the emotion to flow as a cleansing. Set the intention as if you were going to do a yoga practice.
Oh, yeah, because it's going to flow.
Okay. And it's going to come out. But watch this. Right behind the Page of Cups or Princess in this deck comes the Eight of Cups. This is picking and choosing the stepping stones to go forward. Right? This is casting off the crap that no longer serves you. Right? And look at you writing. Right? But watch what happens. I've got the two princesses coming up here. Princess of Swords. So that's the writing. That's the knowledge coming out of your head based on the Princess of Cups, deciding that this is in your emotional best interest to deal with this, to create this, to get rid of this, to fix this, right? And there's the choice, right? And what seeds does this choice begin you planting?
For my future.
Magic beans. We're going to plant magic beans, but it's followed by this absolute complete release, right? So there is so much power in the forward movement that you've simply created just by this simple little internal switch that you've somehow managed to flip since yesterday. Right? Because yesterday you were not this solid. If I'd read for you yesterday, I don't know what kind of card I would have got jumping out.
You would have got, no.
Right? Let me see. Let's see.
Like I was to the point where it's like, I don't want to live like this. I can't.
There you go. And often that is the line in the sand. It's like, I'm not living like this. We're idiots in here. We're being idiots. Why am I living my life like this? I don't have to. I have the power. I have the control.
Yeah.
Let me see. What would you have shown me yesterday for Treva had I pulled a card out of here for her yesterday? Oh, right. Choose your emotions, right? So yesterday, there's no difference between yesterday and today. You've chosen your emotion today based on a solidity and a comfort with self that you didn't have yesterday. Although you did have it yesterday. You were just choosing not to exercise it. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
And this is the practice This is the absolute practice. It is getting into alignment and then dictating to the world that I'm in control. I am the power. I am all that in a bag of chips. Right? And if you don't feel like that, you only have one thing to do, and that is to get into alignment.
Yeah.
Right? And tell me, is it not the easiest thing in the world for you to do right now?
Yeah.
And yesterday, what was
I
the
think
difference?
I was sunk.
You were sunk. You were choosing to be sunk. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
And that is, and when you wake up in the morning and you feel sunk, you have to do something to pull yourself out of that sunk. Because otherwise, you're going to spend your whole day in the bottom of that pit.
Yeah.
This thing is very powerful. It's very tricksy. It will do everything in your power to keep you from dying. You get that? But because of the secret veil that keeps us as meat suits from knowing who we truly are, it is perfectly happy to hide behind that veil and stay behind that veil rather than lift the veil and go, oh, no, I don't have to choose this. This is not who we are. Right. And that's it. The priest came up in there. How did he present? Now he came up. This is the justice card. This is the alignment card. I didn't get the Hierophant this morning. So it's like this is the music and the writing. At which point do you get to make your phone call?
Working on that.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the right. So you want to approach where you are, especially for something that this is a big deal. Going and
I
fixing
did
that.
make that phone call.
Yeah.
However, I have to do it through the internet.
Yeah, right. But you got to do it, and you've got to your fear factor is going to come into play because you've got to open that onion. You've got to pull that string in order to do that, right? And this is why the moon comes up like this, because you're still afraid of what you're going to have to look at. So take advantage on a day like today. What you want to do is take advantage of the power that you're in, because you're in the power. Yesterday you were not, and you can physically feel the difference.
Yeah.
Right. And use the power to look into the darkness. Right. That's when you want to look at the dark things, is when you're in control and when you're in your power. Then you can look at, then they have none of that stuff has any power over. If you do that sort of thing while you're not in alignment, the tricksy little power head gets trippy and says, oh no, we're all alone. I need to be sad and broken again.
Yeah.
Right. And I think this is where a lot of the energetic feeling people, especially if you have bipolar tendencies, if you're neurodivergent, we have more of an ability to sink into the negativity and the darkness and the fear because of the way that the world treats us. Right? But that's part of our challenge.
Yeah.
Right? And you got it. So when are you singing?
It'll be early evening.
There you go. Well, I won't be watching. I'm sorry.
That's okay. All good.
All good. Well, I hope it goes well. The whole thing is, remember who and who you're singing for. Right? And use that power and knowing, right? It doesn't matter who your detractors might be. They are irrelevant and have no power over you unless you choose to give it to them.
I'm singing for my mama.
There you go. And she's she's very, very, I can feel your mama chomping at the bit, waiting for you to get ready to go live.
Yeah.
Too, right? That is I think that's the most beautiful thing I have seen for you so far in these years I've been reading for you. But holy cow.
She's the reason I started my TikTok. because I
Yeah, so
didn't
you
know what
said.
to do with myself. And I said, I'm going to sing to my beautiful mama and get through all this. And I started singing and I got to
Well, then,
continue it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's, it's not about, you're not about to become, I was about to say Vera Lynn. Does Vera Lynn mean something to you? No?
No.
She would have been, maybe your mother knew who she was. Anyway, check her out. Check out Vera
Oh,
Lynn because your voice is suited for her.
okay.
Um, but yeah, it's like, I'm sure there's a song from Vera Lynn that your mom wants you singing. Anyway, find the song. You'll know
Okay.
it when you feel it.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to it. Everybody,
All
you
right.
guys check out Triva on TikTok. And cool. And
Thank you.
how's your boy doing? How's Jacob doing?
He's doing okay. He's done a lot of sleeping too. This is my bed right now.
Why you whoa. The old lady is sleeping on the couch.
He's a big guy. He needs a bed.
You're such a mother.
I know.
Make good decisions, right?
Yeah.
This is for Jacob. Jacob needs to learn to get into alignment,
Yes,
and
he
he
does.
needs to find he needs to this is apron string cutting action, right? You're looking over his shoulder, taking care of stuff for him that he needs to be taken care of.
Yep.
Okay. And oh, look at that. And the deuce of wands on the bottom of the deck. This is what you know. This is what you want. Make the two of them work together.
Yeah.
That's where your peace, your comfort comes through. Because you're walking through life going, I need to protect Jacob because he's delicate, or he breaks easily, or I don't know what mama energy you've got inside of your brain. But that's Jacob's spirit guide's job. You get that? That's
Yeah.
not your job anymore. This is a grown man we're talking about, mama. Right?
I know.
Yeah. So there's
Yeah.
there's there's a pathway for you to find a dance with him that works more for your ages than trying to be his mom.
I think it's because he's desperately seeking um to be loved and be accepted by others that I just take the role of all of it.
Yeah, he's got to learn to love himself in spite of everybody, which
Yeah.
is what you've got right now.
Yeah.
But you'll notice that how long have we been reading? This is 3 years of practicing just to get to here where you are this morning.
Yeah.
And I warn you ahead of time, it's not a one and done. This is a practice.
Yeah.
This connection, that plugging in, you got to do that all day, every day. And if you're not plugged in, plug yourself in.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you end up with days like yesterday, which we don't want.
No. No more.
No,
No more
exactly.
like yesterday.
There's your commitment right there, right? And you could bring Jacob to water, but you can't make him drink.
No, yesterday scared me.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is. Yeah. I mean, and literally it's a recognition of who you are, where you are, when you are, and damn it, I'm doing this my way from now on.
Yeah.
Right. And that comes from the power center. And that's how I mean, I hit that the first time when I was 17, but you hit it again and again and again and again and again. Even after you get it 100 times and this thing takes over for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And if you're not paying attention, you drop right back into it. It gets much easier to get out of. You'll notice every time you end up pulling yourself out of it, it gets easier the next time to pull yourself out of it. And I like to call them episodes, but they come fewer and further between as time goes by. And you'll find that there'll be a certain point where you'll go, no, we're doing this my way. And
I can't wait for that day.
Yeah, it's coming, right? This is about you really allowing yourself to come into your full completeness in spite of the world, right? We are in the world we we are so much part of the world. This is the quantum physics of this insanity, is that we're all made up of molecules. So this coffee cup, this is the same molecules as you are. This microphone, it's the same molecules as we are. And the interesting thing is when we make physical contact, we exchange molecules. Did you know this? Like I pick up this coffee cup, I just bits and pieces of me just became part of this coffee cup, and the coffee cup became part of me. You get that?
Yeah.
So it's the same physical thing. We've just got these lines that we visualize between us that at a quantum level don't actually exist because we're creating them as we go.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just like, yeah, well, if I drop a brick on my foot, it's going to hurt. Yes, but if you were well practiced enough, it wouldn't hurt because you know at the reality level, which is our perception level, that it's not real and it doesn't hurt. So it becomes a comfort and a respite space as well, right? This is how you remove yourself from the negativity. You choose not to be it, choose not to live it, choose not to allow it to control you.
Yeah.
And that's where you go. So exciting. Great.
Thank you, darling.
I hope your life goes well tonight. And I hope you have a great day.
Thank you.
Love to
You as
darling.
well.
Thanks for coming in.
Bye-bye.
See you again. Oh my. Great cards. All right. We got who've we got? Andrea. I'm going to bring you in right after Jazz. So stick around. I've got Andrea in the live, and we're going to bring Jazz on now live this morning. Here we go.
How are you?
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
Dad start his job yet?
He's still in the process of getting it done.
Okay.
But they did tell him where he was applying that they're backed up, like on the paperwork, but they're getting it to work out.
Right on. Cool. All right. I figure the King of Pentacles jumps out here. I should ask. All right. What do we got for Jazz this morning? Oh, look at you. So what choice did you have to make? You made a big choice this week. Something to do with home and hearth. Something to do with your family. What did you decide? You're leaving, you're going forward, you're leaving something behind. What did you get rid of spiritually?
That's what I'm wondering because I have no idea.
Feel the answer. Don't think about it. I want you to feel for the first thing that pops into your head that feels like a bell ring. What decision did you make that was in your best interest? You chose to do something in spite of other people that was about you and nobody else, and it turned out really, really well. This is going to be interesting if it hasn't already happened.
All I can think about is lately I've been going live doing my tarot readings, and I'm like getting really talented at it.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. So, but you're doing something different. You're just doing it more often?
Yeah, I did one yesterday and I did really good. I usually don't go live on Mondays. I usually go live on Thursdays, and then
that's why.
On Sundays, on Sunday I took a break since it was Easter. So
okay. All right. And but what happened during Jesus, woman? What happened during the chat that had you kind of going, ooh, I like this. I want to do this. I want to do way more of this because this is like super cool. Was there a lot of people in the chat or
3.5K?
3,500 people on TikTok?
Yeah, 35K. Yes, on
that's
my TikTok.
How many followers do you have?
Oh, I must have a lot.
You
I
don't
didn't
know.
notice I had a lot like that, and I'm like, I was shocked looking at the number. I'm like, what is this?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I swear to God, they're calling me to come back on TikTok. I'm not. It's too much work. I'm about ready to go live, but I'm gonna end up back on TikTok, aren't I? This is really cool. Okay, so now, so here's the fun part. So out of this, I've got I've got a couple of nines, and so you really, really liked what struck you as I really, really want to do this. Like, what is that energy?
I guess I wanted to like get my gifts out, and because I get messages like when I get messages from my guides and stuff, I just have to give out the messages, and I feel like so much freer because before I was nervous. I'm like, what am I even gonna talk about? Then I'm like, it's gonna be about my gift and see who follows me, and like honestly, I also made a choice for myself too because over the last couple of days, I've been following people like us that were psychic mediums and stuff, but I didn't like how they were coming across. I had
Mhm,
to block some people because these people were okay. So let's just say one of them is going through a bad situation, but she was telling people, "Oh, I'm gonna have a GoFundMe account." And I felt like she was saying that she wants us to all like give her money to for
mhm,
it to like save her. So I'm all like, I have to block her. And then all these other people, there was this other guy that I was reading for when I started. I feel like he just ignored me and dropped me. He like after my second reading, he never responded to me. I felt disrespected by him. I'm like, I don't like your what you're going through and putting it on me, and then not like
yeah.
responding to me when I ask you how did I do the reading. He never responds after I do the reading for him. He just like, yeah. So I made a decision to go away from those people and block them.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So there's more of a personal control aspect to the way you're delivering the readings, and you're doing it more
Mhm.
your way rather than your way that you think other people want you to do it.
Yes.
I like that. That see that this is, I don't know if it's like something in the wind or the time of the year, because Easter is late this year, right? This so the choice to right and the focus the two nines making me crazy. Double nine of cups. That's crazy. So, but how long you been reading cards?
I've been reading cards. I got my first deck when I was 21, and then I started reading them, but then I started going live only like let's say in January.
Okay. All right. February, March. We're now April. And what are you going to do if you are you just going willy nilly? Are you planning a schedule? How you planning
I
on?
usually do a schedule. I usually go on days I'm not working. Like I go on Thursdays or Fridays, Saturdays or Sundays, and then I take a break off. Like maybe if I have some travel messages, I'll give them out on Mondays or Tuesdays or whenever I get those messages, and then I'll go live on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at like 7:15 p.m. or like sometimes I go like at 11 a.m. and go live.
Okay. So the next question then is what is the energy surrounding how your family feels about this?
They're really supportive about me. They like me going live. My dad's actually like, I should record you so I could like tell you how good you're doing at this. And then when I tell my mom, she's like, I can't believe you have that many followers.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is you doing. This is not
Yeah.
anybody else doing.
No,
This is
this is
like
me.
internal focus, power, and it's like I couldn't get more of an energy dragging you into doing what it is that you want to be doing all day, every day. This is crazy. Now, I want you to feel for this answer because I don't know if this card looks so positive, right? I want you to take a nice deep breath and relax. And I'm going to ask you this question, and I want you to, the first thing that pops into your head, okay?
Okay.
All right, you ready? Deep breath, relax. Now, what are you most afraid could happen?
The thing I'm most afraid of happening is that I would have to go offend myself and like go to a person, let's say, um, go to a person who doesn't support me and be like, why didn't you support me? And then they're gonna be like, um you're not a real psychic or something. I remember yesterday I was in this like chat with this other content creator that I always watch. I kind of got upset because one of their people, I think they read my name and were like, I don't know if she was like telling I don't know if she was telling the people that she was a psychic and people didn't believe her, or they didn't believe me because I was trying to get noticed in that chat and people were like not noticing me. So I kind of felt overlooked and I got triggered by it. And I'm like, I wondered
Nice.
why I got triggered by that.
Oh, I know why. All right. So take a deep breath and here comes the truth of what happened for you. All right. And you got to embrace it. You got to accept it and kind of go, oh yeah, okay, that's me. And this is your starting point, right? The ego inception creates the base of your perception. And you are always going to begin everything from that point of perception. So the only thing that we as human beings can do is spin our point of perception so that we start always from alignment, right? When
Uh-huh.
you're not in alignment, this is why I'm getting the 7 of Cups, is when you somebody said something to you, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was something along the lines of, well, you've only been reading for a short period of time. What makes you think you're a tarot reader or even a psychic?
Yeah, that's what
Right?
happened.
Right. And your pointy little head went, but well, yeah, well, I haven't been reading very, very long. And you could probably off the top of your head think of a couple of readers that you look up to that you think read well way better than you do, right?
Uh-huh.
And so this is the imposter syndrome kicking in here, right? Except you already know what you plug into, and when you connect, you know what you're feeling. Yes?
Yes.
All right. So this is the beauty of it. So this was a temporary setback, right? How do you deal with that when it comes at you, blindsides you like it did yesterday, right? You have to have a conscious, active thought in the back of your head that whoever this is that's coming in and throwing stones at you is doing for their, what I started doing, especially on TikTok, was I would expressly read for those people because people come at you because they're trapped in their ego inception,
Okay.
right? Otherwise,
Yes.
most people are going to come in. I mean, short of the people that want to know if they're pregnant or if their spouse is cheating on them, most people
Mhm.
just want to know how to be happy,
Yes.
right? And your task, should you choose to accept it, is to use your cards to hear what they need to learn from you. I love this. I've got an ace 2 3 coming out of your potential here. This is a growth cycle for you. Um, your ability to focus on what's coming for them, however it is that your focus plugs in, and to take it and partner yourself. You become one with their energy as you're reading. Do you feel that like that?
Yes.
All
That's
right.
how I always feel. My mom's like, how do you get the signs? And I'm like, I just get the
You just
visions
feel
of
them.
it. And then, yeah.
Yeah, it's I can't describe it any way better than that. But the beauty of it is that once you grasp that you're putting it together, right? And then you're not creating something. You and that other spirit are creating something in that other person. Do you get it?
Yes.
So, Search for IQ says there are situations where people are bad actors involving tarot and will give specific instructions on what decisions to make in life, and it can become abusive and making profit off false hope. Not all are like that, but there are bad actors and they should be able to be identified. It can go into illegal territory. Okay, well, we're talking about choosing spiritual and emotional situation within oneself. So, the the ability to tell somebody, right? I don't know if you've noticed, but I tend to tell people, if I tell somebody they got to do something, it's like, you should see a doctor. You should talk to a lawyer. You should talk to somebody who knows way more about this than you do. That's the sort of instruction I give to people. You want to be careful in that when you're telling something to somebody, well, here's what you have to do, right? I try to stick to, here's what you have to do. You have to get into alignment and feel your way through this, because I can't feel your way through it for you, right? You
Okay.
feel that? So
Uh-huh.
you want to, so if you see the potential for somebody in your cards, or you're getting a specific message, you're feeling, no worries, search for IQ. When you get the feeling, the energy, the message comes, and you're confident, you feel you understand the message as it is, and you deliver it. You want to take care as a tarot reader that you're not delivering it as this is what you need to do, but more, this is what you need to think about or feel your way through. Do you see that?
Yeah, I know what you're exactly saying. Like sometimes people come to me, like yesterday, there was this person that came to my live asking me if she was having a child. And I kind of told her, you might need to go see a doctor for that, because if you're asking me, like it wasn't coming directly to me. And I'm like, if you're forcing your body to deliver a child, it's not healthy. If you're asking me, am I pregnant? Not to
Yeah.
be mean to her, but I just told her straight up, like, you might need to just see a doctor for that. Then when I was getting other signs and stuff, like I was like getting signs that, whoever you love is a like earth sign, or I actually got those signs. Like I just don't want people to think I'm rough on them. I'm not trying to be, but like if you're asking, don't force your
Oh,
body to be something
that's
it's
right.
not.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
here's the beauty of it, right? When you feel that flow and you're feeling the energy, right? Think of it as, I like to think of it as I'm doing translation. Because spirit doesn't speak to me in English. It speaks to me in physical emotion,
Okay.
right? Do you feel that? You feel the difference
Yes.
between what I'm saying, right? And you get your
Mhm.
messages exactly the same way. So your cards come in and you get a card like this and you're like, oh, what am I trying? What am I supposed to be feeling here? And what am I delivering based on what I'm feeling? This will help you improve the way that you're choosing to deliver the translation, right? You're feeling what the universe is saying based on the energies of the specific moment.
Yes.
Okay. And your task is to deliver those emotions, those understandings that you're feeling to the person. And but you got to do it in English. You don't read in any
Yes.
other languages like I do. You just
No.
English, right? Okay. So you have to deal.
English.
So your task as the witch in question, as the tarot reader, as the spiritual guide, is to completely sever yourself from that connection egoistically. So the only thing you're doing a complete spiritual flow through on your side and bringing through only what their spirit wants to say. You get
Okay.
that, right? And
Yes.
you want to make sure, and this is where practice comes in, because when somebody first said the hardest thing for tarot readers is to get themselves out of their own way, right? But you have to
Yes.
plug into, so you're plugging into them spiritually and then disconnecting yourself so that only their spirit comes through, right? This is the magical creation. And then once you've got their spirit coming through, you're creating English understanding of what they're already feeling.
Yes.
This is the task. This is the job. And this is the practice. The practice, the longer you do it, the better you get at it, the less you question whether or not you've understood what you're feeling.
Yeah, and that's where my mom tells me sometimes, can you just go read a person at a random store? And I'm like, well, I haven't got to that level where I just go up to a random person and be like, oh, your mother has a message for you. I'll be like, that's kind
Oh, it'll
of,
happen. It'll happen.
and I'm just worried about running into skeptics that don't believe me and then force me to be like, okay, let me make you believe that your father, who is from another culture, came to me and says, this is a message for my daughter. Like, I don't want skeptics to not believe in me and then have to
Yeah.
force myself to. Be
right?
on the same frequency as them.
Exactly. So here's the 7 of Cups, right? Whether or not they believe you is completely irrelevant to what you are doing,
Yes.
right? This, the ability to read the cards and deliver what you are hearing in the cards has everything to do with you and nothing to do with them, because at a perceptual level, they don't exist unless you choose to let them exist. You get that?
Yes.
Okay. So anything that you say to them, you believe, you have to know that you understand. If you don't understand what you're feeling, like I did with the 7 of Cups here, right? If you don't understand, you ask the person that's sitting there, explain to me why I'm feeling this emotion. And they'll tell you right off. Your fear is that you're going to give bad advice to somebody and they're going to come back and go, Jazz, you gave me really bad advice. Nah. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'll give you, I have twice now. I sat down reading the cards, this specific deck, I might add, reading the cards, and one of the queens kept coming up. And I said, oh, this is Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton's going to be president of the United States. And the fella who painted this deck, or who created this deck with another friend of mine, Lucy, who's the artist, he said, no, Tina, that queen, that's my Donald Trump card. And I blew it off at the time, but no more than 5 months later, I'm reading the cards. Hillary. Well, doesn't Donald Trump win the election? This is the first election. And I thought, how could I get that so wrong? But it was because I wanted it to be Hillary so bad that I allowed that card to be her. Do you get that?
Yes.
So I've been reading since I was 17. I've been doing this a long time. So the ability to trust the message that you are getting has to include you not being part of that message.
Okay.
Right? So if there's any doubt for you in that message whatsoever, you need to be asking as many questions as you feel you need to ask to verify that what you're feeling is exactly it, or do not deliver it.
Okay.
All right. When you know that this is the message that you're getting, that's when you deliver it. And that's when the magic happens. The two become this is this magical concept of 1 + 1 = 3 coming right here. 1 + 1 = 3. I did this backwards. Yeah, no, 1 + 1 = 3. And it is the coming together as one unification, which is the 3. In this case, that you're able to create what you're actually here to create. You get it? And that creation is what you want to make. You want to send people. You want people walking away going, oh, this is that made me very happy to read. You don't want people walking away going, oh, I wish that woman hadn't read for me. Oh my God, that was awful. Right? That's a personal. That's you getting in the way. Right? The minute that you no longer care what the message, how the message falls, then you know you're not in the way anymore. Get it right? If I was sitting here in the car to tell you anything negative, it would be stay the hell out of your head. And as long as you're in alignment, as long as you're feeling that the answers that you're about to deliver are what you feel that they are, right? You get trusted here. You'll feel it. You know this.
Yes.
It rings like a bell. Follow the bell, trust the bell. And you'll find, right? Like that magician card came out for my first 2 readings this morning. And my first meat suit inclination is to think, oh my God, did I not shuffle the cards well enough? Why did I get the same card for both people when it meant 2 completely different things for both of them, right? Rather than looking at the cards and allowing the meat suit to do the readings, your spirit is doing the readings at that point. And that's only going to come with practice. So the more you practice, the better that but this is how you're going to focus your practice so that you're really looking to feel and hear the clarity of what you're supposed to be reading off the cards.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
You are welcome. You'll be stunned at how much just focusing it that way is going to improve your readings. And yeah. And the tips, I suppose, on a 3,400 person live, the tips must have been flying in.
Well, I was getting a lot of so I put like a lot of gifts on, but people were giving me roses. So then I read how much money I got back, and my dad was like, "It's only 6 cents." I thought it was $6 or seven, and I was reading it wrong, and I'm like, "Oh, it's only cents." I was trying to collect the cents, and I'm having a hard time doing that. I don't know why TikTok's not letting me collect them.
But see, this is partially why I stopped doing. I was up over $100 every month with my subscriptions, and TikTok turned them off, and all of a sudden it was like half of that, and the month later it was half of that again, and that was when I went, no, this is, if I'm gonna build up a clientele for my tarot by doing free readings like this, then the only way for me to do it is with a partner that is not going to be stealing whatever I happen to manage to make. And so that's primarily who the partners are is what tripped me out mostly, and why I left. But one thing that the cards tell me to mention to you is to write a business plan. Really write out a plan of how you want your tarot reading practice to work for you, because it'll drag you just like that and let you twist in the wind forever.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
figure out how you want to bring it, how you want to present it, right? I can't have conversations like this on TikTok, because I can't, unless somebody's got 1,000 followers, you can't bring them on live, right?
Okay.
But here, it'd be the first time you come in here and I can bring you on live, or you can stay in the chat, right? But this is your practice, and you want to focus it so that it works for you and it makes you happy, and it allows you to create what it is that you want to actually be creating, and trust your spirit to guide you through all of that.
I guess I also was wanting to like collaborate with people, but I just don't know who to collaborate with, so I don't need to go searching for a person and be like, "Oh, can you trust me?" And then we can like collaborate and do lives together. But I told myself, don't do that, because what if the wrong people come into my thing if I go after that and be all like, "Let's collaborate." Like, let's say I get my business out there, and what if not a lot of people follow me?
Yeah, well, it ultimately it's got to come down to, what do you want? If it's about getting people to follow you, the easiest way to get people to follow you is take your clothes off. I'm kidding. As a joke.
No.
But ultimately, that's a search for IQ says, if I can recommend something, use Grok AI. It's very helpful for gaining insight on how to write a business plan or how to understand it better. There's YouTube sources for information as well. Very helpful search for IQ. Thank you. Ultimately, any advice that you get, especially from me, especially from somebody else, you need to feel connected to it. Otherwise, you're not going to use it. You're not going to bring it to the foreground. You get me?
Yes.
So what you want to be doing is, if it's about money, then you want to be a lot more controlling about who you're collaborating with. If it's about the energy and just getting it out there, then who you collaborate with is not going to matter, because it's a go with the flow kind of energy. But you have to decide which way you are comfortable with it, so that 7 of Cups doesn't, right? One of the things that I started doing, especially with TikTok, because of how crazy it is that when I would get negative comments or comments that would bristle, my first thought, or at least the practice became, thank you for the engagement. Because every engagement that you get gives you more power, gives you more energy. The more power, the more energy, the more followers, the et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You got it? Right? So the negativity becomes a thank you instead of a negative reaction. But that takes practice.
Yeah.
How exciting. And how's work going?
So I finally had a I have to have a conversation in the next 2 weeks with my boss to see if they can change my hours because well, I finally had to tell them like again that a couple weeks ago I got stressed out and overstimulated again because people weren't coming to me. They were like, just keep calling us, and I'm like, but no one's hearing me.
So this is, you need to have a conversation. May or may not be about the hours. This is a conversation about controlling how you're feeling in the negative situation. And this could be, you might actually have a conversation with your mom about this, is how you are getting to the point of choosing how you feel in that situation. Is it because you're giving them too much power over you, or not being aggressive enough in yourself to be recognized or to be heard?
It's more like maybe not to be heard when I feel like they're not responding to me. If I call them on the intercom and be like, someone needs to come and fill me in, and then sometimes they come later, or sometimes they don't even come. And then I guess it's that the things that I take home sometimes once everybody's at work and I take the bus home. The bus closes at 5, and I can't. We're trying to find like for me to get a ride.
Oh, I see. So, but if you miss that bus, you've got issues.
Yeah, I got issues, and they close at 5, and I
That's
get off at 5:30.
Oh boy. Well, that's the tricky part, right? So it's got to, that's why I'm getting the Deuce of Wands. So this is a path. What I want you to do before you even go in and ask for changing your hours is figure out what you're going to do if they say, no, we can't change your hours. Do you follow? Do you understand where I'm pushing you right now?
I need to have a conversation with my bosses if they don't change my hours.
No, think of it this way. I want you to decide what you are going to do, right? This is a complication for you that makes your life uneasy and uncomfortable. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. So our job as neurodivergent, sane human beings is to have our lives be as calm and comfortable as possible all day, every day, because we know what the brain can do to us. Yes?
Yes.
Right. So before you go talk to your boss about changing your hours, right? Like, for example, would getting yourself, could you get back and forth to work by bicycle?
My job's a lot more farther, like 20
so
minutes
it's too
away.
far for just a bicycle, right? Is it too far if you had, say, like motorized, an electric bike? Like, how far is it to get to work?
I have to look that up on a motorized bike.
Right? Like, so we're thinking top speed 40 kilometers. Right? Or like 25 miles an hour, I think would be about top speed. So how far is it from you to work? Do you know how many
Let's
miles?
see. I'll look.
Okay, so you don't need the answer right now, but this is what you want to look at for yourself. What are the details behind me getting back and forth to work that makes it easier for me to get back and forth to work? Right? Because the hours don't work for the bus, right? So how do you either need a lift all the time, or you need a different mode of transportation?
Well,
or you need
to, we're also with our lift. Apparently, me and my mom were saying to take it to my job, and it's an extra $30 just on top of my ride.
That's right.
Like 40 each way.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's 40 minutes for you to get to work and 40 minutes to get back home.
Yeah.
Is there, right? Like my commute, I'm a real good one at this. My commute is 11 seconds. I go out my back door, down a flight of stairs, and in the back door, I'm at work.
That's an easy commute.
Yeah, easy commute. All right. So you this is your spirit calling you. This is the page of swords coming up here. You already know you need a job. You like what you're doing. You don't want to change jobs. So you want to follow the stream, or you want to do this in alignment. I don't want to change jobs. What happens if I go in there and they say, no, we can't change your hours? Not happening. And suck it up, buttercup. Or are you going to live with it and allow that stress to hang over you? Because you know what stress does to you when you allow unnecessary stress to hang over you.
Yeah, my back starts hurting and stuff, and then I start really stressing
Yeah,
out.
we know.
Yeah.
So the thing is, before you go in there to talk to them, you be wholly prepared with what your result will be should you not get your desired result, which is a change of hours, right? They want you doing more hours. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that there's not a lot of people looking for work that they could replace you with.
That's exactly what's going on. And
Yeah.
also, they always tell me when I call them on the intercom, they're like, there's not a lot of people here today. They all leave at a different time.
Yeah. So before you go in and talk to them, you decide beforehand what you're going to do if they say no. Right? So are you going to
Yes.
do and you really need to commit yourself to it so that it flows, right? And in alignment before you go talk to them. Go, look, I really love working with you. I've got a couple of issues. One is with it seems to me that people are ignoring my calls for help on the intercom when I ask somebody to come and help. They're ignoring it or treating it like it's of little to no import. And, when I got to go to the washroom and I call for backup, I'd like to have backup sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's because of me or because the other employees, I don't know how to fix that so that ceases to be an issue. And the other thing is I'm having trouble connecting buses because of the timing, my start time and my finish time. Can I start 15 minutes early or whatever the time would work for you? Finish 15 minutes early so that I can hook up with the buses and make my life simpler. And if they say no, what are you going to do? Well, you need to know ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And there was also a problem with one of my other coworkers the other day. So we have this chair in the fitting room, which I'm allowed to sit in. I've been sitting in it for a long time. This coworker who I don't really get to see told me the other day, how are you making money if you're just sitting there? And I told her, I still make money if I'm sitting here. There's just no clothes. And then she was like, you're not supposed to be sitting there. But I took it, like, I didn't get offended. I tried to stay in alignment and be like, what is she trying to really tell me?
She's saying that
my work ethic sucks.
Oh, possibly. That's quite possibly what she's saying. She could also be saying, like, were you told if you don't have anything else to do, you go sit in the chair and wait until you have something to do?
I just been sitting in that chair for a long time when I have nothing else to do.
Right.
And basically watching the other customers come.
And what does your boss want you doing when that happens? So this is why I'm getting the 9 of Wands here. The question for what do I do when I've got nothing else to do should be answered by your boss, not your coworker.
Exactly.
Right. So you go to the boss and you say, listen, then that's 3 things you get to talk to them about, but you already know ahead of time, right? You already know that this coworker is how they are. And either they are jealous, they're lost in their ego inception, whoever they are, wherever they are, what they think of you is none of your business. You get this?
Yes.
Okay. What is your business is somebody's just said something to you that you're not sure about, and they've created a disruption for you that you need to settle. Right?
Yes.
This is why I'm getting the deuce. So how do you close the gap between where you work? Because you were quite comfortable yesterday, and then the coworker said something. Now you're uncomfortable and you don't know what to do with it. First thing you do, always the answer to discomfort is get into alignment. The second is go to the person that owns the power over the situation. In this case, that's your employer. right? So you
bosses.
go to them, you say, listen, when I run out of time, this is how I proceed. And when I've got nothing to do, I kick back in the chair and wait. Is there something else that I should maybe be doing?
And then it also annoys me because my coworkers, I used to so sometimes when we get returns, we have to put them back in the fitting room on the hanger, which I was doing at the beginning. But lately, my coworkers tell me let the other person do it when they come in, and I'm like wondering why are they changing it up on me? Before I was able to do this, and now they're just like telling me to wait for the other person.
Another question for your boss, right? They are not the ones that dictate what you do on your job. Your boss is.
Yes.
Right? So anytime you've got this disconnect, get into alignment, you go back to the boss and say, listen, you don't even have to name names if you don't want to. You say, one of my coworkers said this and it got me thinking, maybe I should have a conversation with you. What should I be doing? And if she says, listen, if you got nothing to do, plop your fat ass down in the chair and relax yourself, then you have your power back. Do you see that? So what you've done emotionally is allowed the disruption to separate you from yourself, right? The discomfort needs to be resolved. And you can't resolve that. This is where the neurodivergence comes in, because we'd like to resolve everything all by ourselves. We're smarter than the average bear. And so in order to resolve it, you can't do it on your own because you don't actually know the answer. So you've got to ask the person who does know the answer, and that's the person that's paying your paycheck.
True.
Not the person that's looking at you and for some reason seeing you as competition. And how come you're not allowed to, how come they're telling you not to hang this stuff up anymore? Did something change that you're not aware of? What's going on?
I have no idea, because before my boss always told me she never wants that thing to not be tend to. And I'm like, yet they're telling me not to tend to it.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah. See the issue, right? So I would suggest, based on the Knight of Wands, how many coworkers do you actually have? How many people do you work with over there?
A lot. I lost count. Maybe like the people that I mainly work with, maybe it's like 7 to 10 different people I work with.
Okay.
Every other week.
Okay. And do any of them have instructions to you from your actual boss that they're over you or above you or in charge of anything that you do?
No.
There you go. So any of those people saying to you anything about your job, you say, oh, well, that's a good point. I'm going to take it up with our boss. See what she has to say.
Yes.
That immediately gives you back your power from whoever's in competition with you. Do you see that? Because you just put yourselves back on the equal ground. They are not the boss of you. They are your equal. You get that, right?
They need to be the justice card and be equal.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they don't sign your paycheck. They are not the ones.
They don't pay my bills.
No. And they don't get any say over anything that goes on. But if you're not doing something right, you have no way of knowing that what they say you're not doing right is correct or not until you talk to your boss, right? But if they're just doing it or saying it just to be a dick, your power comes back and you say, oh, that's a great comment. I'm going to talk to our boss and see how she feels about it. You see the power?
Yes, talk to the boss.
Yeah, but tell them that you're going to. Say, thank you for the comment. I'm going to take this up with our boss and see what she has to say. And immediately one of two things is going to happen. They're going to go, yes, that's a great idea. Right? Which, if they're being competitive or snarky, isn't their desired result. They don't want you going back to the boss and going, oh, she's trying to control me and snark at me. They have no idea how you're going to talk to the boss, you see? They just want to they just want to punch a hole in your balloon. Right? And you have no way of knowing which is which. Are they trying to be helpful and help you do a better job? Or are they just being snarky because they've got something to do and you don't? But you don't know.
They're snarky.
Right? So the second thing that they'll do is, oh, it's not. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. At which point you know that they were just being snarky. You get it? Like if it's a legitimate complaint, then your boss needs to know about it. right? If you go to lock the doors at the end of the day and you can't lock the door, you don't just go home and leave the door unlocked. You call your boss and go, dude, I tried to lock the door. I can't get the door to lock, but I got to leave. Can you get somebody over here to cover it? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
The one that signs your paycheck is the one that answers the questions you don't know the answers to vis-a-vis your job, not your coworker, not your mom, not your dad, not me, but you and your boss.
You and me and my boss.
Yeah, because she's paying you for your time. Right? The only people that you should be having a conflict with over there that would cause you to think, I don't like this job anymore, I want to leave, is the person that signs your paycheck.
And I have no problems. The only problem I had with my boss yesterday is I was supposed to count out the clothes like I'm supposed to do it all the time, but lately I just been giving the people the placards like, you have 4, here's 4. They're like, you have to count it out, because apparently they were saying the cameras watch when I don't count it out, and that could leave like a mark on them. And I'm like, I guess I just told my boss, oh, I just did that because I was trying to count and the person took the clothes away from me before I could finish counting. She's like, no, you have to count them every time.
Yep. Right. That's your boss wants that because that's how she controls her stock. And you're her first line of offense for controlling her stock. Do you get that?
Yes.
Right. So she doesn't want you taking, God, it's snowing again. She doesn't want you taking shortcuts with her stock. She wants it treated a certain way. And anytime you're in doubt, she's gonna. There's a point at which she might turn around and go, "Oh my God, that Jazz, she asks way too many questions." But if you're immaculate, if the questions that you are asking are pertinent to your reality, like that one, right? You can't help but get better at your job.
True.
Right? If you understand why you are doing a certain something on behalf of your job, then you're going to do it better in favor of your boss. You get it?
True.
Yeah. So I would have those conversations with your, but before you're going to walk down that path, know what you expect to come out of that conversation before it even happens. Because if she says, no, that 15 minutes is absolutely pertinent. If you can't make those 15 minutes, tough noogies, that means that they're not going to change your hours. So you have to change your hours. And the only way to change your hours when your boss won't change your hours is to change your job. But you don't have to tell them that. If that's your decision going in there, if you say, okay, if they're not going to change my hours, this is untenable. I have no other way to get around this. Then I'm going to have to change work. Then you can start work hunting without telling them that you're leaving. These people owe nothing to you. You owe nothing to them. This is your life, not theirs. You get it?
Yeah, so that's true.
Your power control has to always come from you. Your power comes from your self-motivation.
My own self-confidence.
Yes. Yeah. And if you don't have confidence, get into alignment and pump yourself up so you have that confidence, because you've got it in you. I hear it when you talk to me. Right? Never let somebody else take your power away from you when they have no power over you, i.e. your colleagues, your workmates.
True.
Right? Your mom saying to you, Jazz, I need you to make your bed. There's only 2 answers to that. Yes, Mom, I'll do it right away. Or, Mom, why is it so important for you that I make my bed? I'm an adult and I don't feel like making my bed. And if you don't want to have that conversation with her, you go back to rule number 1. That's her power because you live in her house.
That's true.
Get it? If you were in your own
live
apartment,
in their house is not. I don't live with the other coworkers in my house. They're not telling me, go fix your bed.
Right. So, like, say, for example, you were living out on your own in your own apartment and your mom came over and she said, Jazz, you have to make your bed. Say, Mom, mind your business. True. Whether you make it's not about making the bed. It's about who has control over your space and who you allow that control to go to and why.
That's true. That's why I have to work on it and not bring it back home with me and be like, I'm stressing out because of these people.
Yeah,
They don't own my power.
that's right. And how do you take your power back? You just get into alignment, and then they cease to be of any relevance. Right?
That's why I was working on this morning. Last night, I told myself to get into alignment after I got home. I'm like, what is this trying to really show me? And I'm like, now I feel calmer when I get into alignment instead of being letting my little shit head come up and be like,
Yeah.
listening to those.
I did not call it that. You called it that. I call it the pointy little head, but whatever works, right? But that is it. If you are going to allow yourself to choose to be miserable, then be miserable. But be good at it. If you're going to be miserable, be really good at being miserable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You are the one that gets to choose all day, every day, how you feel about absolutely everything that happens to you.
Yes.
All right. God love you. You're gonna have a great week. You have the Deuce of Wands is make the decision and then walk down the tunnel.
Okay.
Right? Know what you want, know what you expect, know why you want what you expect from your boss when you go in there. Right? Practice a conversation with your mom if it makes it easier. Yeah. Go, Mom, I need
that's
you
what I'm
to
going to do in practice
conversation.
with a partner.
Right? And if you have to, bring a notebook to make sure that you don't miss the points that you want to go over with your boss.
Okay.
Right?
That's what I'm going to also do it like little notes.
Yeah, like, if you have to.
How many miles?
This is about you. It's not about them. This is about you and you bringing the best of you to whatever it is that you're doing all day, every day. And if somebody's going to pay you for the best of you, and they're probably paying you peanuts, sweetheart, but if they're going to pay you peanuts to bring the best of you, you still got to bring the best of you because you've chosen to work for peanuts. Do you see that?
Yes.
Right? And when you have that kind of power, you know, in spite of, okay, I don't have the experience to be a brain surgeon, but I have the confidence to be a brain surgeon. Do you get it?
Yes.
And this is what, out of everything, this is what you yourself wants you to bring to the table all day, every day, is the best of Jazz.
True.
So that's your practice. Yes. Yeah. Right. When you're not reading for, because you want the best of somebody else when you're reading for them. When you're reading for you, you don't need the cards necessarily. You're just having an internal conversation with yourself. You still need to bring the best of you. Otherwise, you're operating blind.
True.
That's it. What a great week you're going to have, my dear. Let me know what happens. Let me know what you decide.
The snowstorm doesn't get worse.
It's pissy little flakes, so I don't expect it to stay, but yeah, it's spring, so that's what happens. Yesterday it was raining, today it's snowing. So there you go. All right, you have a great week, and we'll see you back here next week. All right, thanks for coming in, Jazz. Hello, Holly. Good morning to you. Andrea, I got you on next. Did you want to come online, or would you like to stay in chat? And then I got Amanda coming up. Search for IQ. Hi, Holly. Good morning. I didn't read for you last week. Are you going to come in? I'll have you come on and read if you guys want to be on my list. Put you in that order. Right now, let's find out. Andrea wants to know what she doesn't see coming. She's an Aries. I really got to finish this astrology course. Search for IQ. You're going to stay in the chat. All right. Search for IQ and then Holly afterwards. And I didn't forget about you, Amanda, who's sitting in the waiting room waiting to come on. All right. Andrea, here we go. How you doing, darling? Good to see you. Ooh, 9 of Wands. You're almost there. Is this a divorce? What are you cutting it into? Whoa, dude. Once this is over, it is done. What are you doing? What are you putting an ending to? What are you chopping the legs off of and absolutely putting an end to? This looks like a total divorce. And like almost a descent, if you will, into fear and darkness. And the beauty of the Ten of Swords, in spite of as horrible looking as it is if you get into alignment, death becomes a transformation. It becomes a jumping off point, right? You can't, somebody said to me once, you can't get deader than dead. So I'm getting this card, but it comes immediately after. It's almost like you have to tell somebody that it's over, and then it's over, and then it's done. But it's once you do that, it's done. It's almost like you haven't quite decided to put the end to it yet, but the end is coming. What am I looking at here? Do you know what it's referring to, darling? And Andrea, double check your system. Make sure that you are watching live and not on a feed delay. Hello, Izzy. Good morning. How you doing, honey? Waiting on Andrea to respond. What is this? You don't know what this is. What do you need to put an end to? What have you been working on coming together? There is there's papers signing involved with where you are going. And it's almost like you don't want to put an end to it because it's going to create a whole bunch of chaos, and you're going to have to do something about it. Trying to figure out what Holly is holding up to me there in her photograph. Purely Elizabeth. Blueberry walnut. Oh my God, that sounds good. I love blueberries. Andrea, do you know what I'm looking at here? What do you want to put an end to? If somebody told you you need something in order to move forward, and you can't move forward until you get it, is this a course that I need you to go on? Because I'm followed by the Hermit here, followed by Temperance, which says that you don't know how to put this together. Maybe your lease. Yeah. Have you, you are trying to decide whether or not to change your lease? Because you're on short time that you have to decide. You have a limited amount of time before you make the decision, and you haven't decided whether you want to move or not. And if you're going to move, you're going to have to find a new place to live, negotiate the rent, and maybe have to compromise over the new space. What am I looking at here? You just got to put it together and trust that you are going to get where you're going. Or are you concerned that your landlord's not going to give you the lease? What am I looking at here? Because all endings create new beginnings, even if they feel like it's the end. What are we looking at? Because the hermit's cool because it gives you, this is, I love that you used my lease. The hermit gives you a new lease on life. It creates new pathways. It creates new tunnels that you can go down. But it's a creation card, right? It's a wish card. It's what do you want? What do you want to go after? Because whatever this is for you to go after, you got to really want to go after it. It's a 9. Are you afraid to go after it? That's why it's a 9. Behind your greatest fears lie your greatest treasures, which is why it's a 9, right? And with the 9 of Wands coming up, this is more emphasis that this phase is coming through the end. You talked to the landlord. What did you say to the landlord? Did you tell the landlord you might be moving? You're not sure that you want to stay? You have to, the issue here is to answer, what do you want in this situation? Because the landlord doesn't really care, I think. The landlord is in a position where if you're not renting from them, they're going to have somebody else rent. So what is your feeling behind all of this? And this is, I've got a distinct lack of cups here until the Temperance card comes up. There is a distinct lack of emotion in this. This is all about, if you don't sign the lease that you're going to have to move, right? But you're not sure what you want to do. When is your deadline? This is the fun part. Andrea, check your live to see if you're actually live streaming, and there's not a delay on the chat. He asked if you wanted to renew your lease, and you said, I don't know yet. You haven't decided. So do you know what your deadline is? You just take me quick yes or no. Do you know what your deadline is? Your deadline, no, your lease is up in August. What is your deadline for telling your landlord whether you're staying or whether you're going? June, July, August. You have 3 months or 4 months? Because if you're 4 months, you're past deadline and you're staying. Or do you have to tell them by August? You don't know. So you told them you're staying, or you told them that you're going? So you need to find a new place for August. So this is looking for a new place to live, yeah? Yes or no? You have put yourself in a position where you have to find a new place to live. Is that what I'm looking at? No, you've told him that you're staying. Okay, so what is this? You told him that you're staying. Then then this can't be your lease. What am I looking at? You've got to sign the papers, and that will be the end of you being able to change your mind. Yes? But you're not sure that staying is your best interest. And you haven't looked to see what else might be in your best interest. Is that why I'm getting these cards like this? What is the wishy-washy ending here? Is this what we're looking at, my dear? Yes. All right. So do you know when you're supposed to sign the papers? Because it's the signing of the papers that locks you in. Yes or no? Type yes in again if you have it, you know when you're signing the papers. That might be the Leo. There is ultimately, you have communicated to him that, well, August is the Leo, right? So what you do with this is going to be based on, have you even looked in August? Oh, in August, you have to renew the lease, but you have to give him a certain amount of time to let him know that you're renewing or not renewing. And when is that deadline? Because he's not going to want to not re-sign the lease without that legal headway, so to speak, which is where you are. I'm getting the Temperance card, which is very much not sure kind of card. And there's creativity and a line in the sand being drawn here. Are there issues? Your hands tremble and bad today. No worries. No, well, this is why I came up with coming on live. You don't have to be visible, but you could answer my questions cleanly in the chat. Ultimately, what you're in a gray area right now. What I want you to do is get into alignment with yourself and feel, because this is all mechanical. This is all intellectual. There is nothing spiritually guiding here until I hit the Hermit card. And the Hermit says that you're missing something. There's information that you don't have that you should take the time to look at. And if you were in a different situation, this is an if then card in that sense. If you had information, you would have a different pathway to walk down. And are you having issues with your rent currently? Do you need a roommate? Then you can't have, because it's a 1-bedroom. Would you be better off? Is it a distance? Why am I getting, if you've already told them that this is a go and you're good to stay, why am I getting cards that show me that you are second guessing yourself? Right? Does this have to do with your physical illness that's keeping you from moving forward, or is this just you thinking that your physical illness is going to keep you from moving forward? Do you catch the difference? And this is where the alignment practice comes in so well, dude. But you have to make this decision. Oh, right. And the Deuce of Wands comes up for creating that new pathway. So how do you create that new pathway, right? This is either mindset changing or it's physical space changing, right? Okay, so it's not an issue. You don't have issues paying the rent. You don't have issues with the space where you need some way to put this better together. So what would have you second guessing signing your lease? Why are you second guessing signing your lease? Because that's coming up soon enough, right? What changes or what doesn't change for you with you sign the lease? You're stuck here for another year. It's a year, right? And you got to feel your way through this, darling, because your alignment is going to show you the path to walk down, your best path, right? You just got to get into alignment for that. What's the line? What is the line in the sand that you need to draw in order to, what is not being put there? And if you don't even know what that is, you should find out, because if you're signing the lease in spite of wanting to move because it's just simpler for you and you don't have to do the things, you're ignoring your own personal spirit here. If you sign the lease and you know, I've already checked out what's available to me and this works and this is why I'm staying here, then you've got a decision based on personal power. Do you see this? Right? And if ultimately, are you not moving because you could probably get a better space, but you're not moving because you are concerned about the amount of work to do to put it together, right? You could always hire a moving company to pack you up and unpack you at the new place if that's what's holding you back. Do you catch me? So you want to be your spirit. Yeah, Izzy, hang in there. I'll read for you after I read for Holly. You catch where I'm going with this, Andrea? You need to decide for yourself that if you're staying because it works for you, not because it's the path of least resistance, unless the path of least resistance is what works for you, right? You have no choice about the Leo. The Leo is not going anywhere. That Leo, the August date is what's hanging over your head. So the question becomes, why are you second guessing the Leo? Are you thinking that the Leo is a person that you should be? Are you seeing a Leo? Is there a Leo that you are not? I'm going to pull out this different deck here because this is all about people and see what it says about your Leo. And I get the 9 of Swords. So it is the Leo that you're concerned about. This is like an interesting deadline for yourself because it's the 9 of Swords. You know, you've got to sign your lease for August, but you haven't even looked to see if there's other options for you. And it's followed by the 10 of Swords. So what are you ending? What are you putting an ending to by not moving? Or what are you putting an ending to that you shouldn't be putting an end to? What is the opportunity that you are cutting off, or that you fear that you're cutting off by second guessing I'm staying where I am? I love it when 2 decks give me the exact same cards, right? You got to feel your way through this energy, Andrea. Why is it holding you back? Why are you second guessing a decision you've already made when you know you Why are you second guessing is the ultimate question. Get this, darling. This is about your happiness. Your landlord doesn't care. If you're not there, they're going to get another tenant, right? Your harvest lies in you choosing your best life for you, not for your landlord. That makes sense? Do. All right. All right. Andrea's having a hard time typing this morning. This is the Queen of Cups, darling. This is about you doing the best for yourself based on who you are, when you are, what you are, right? And in spite of whatever physical limitations you may have, there is help, support, and creativity for you. Screaming that. Oh, you want to walk away from the Leo. Well, once you walk away, darling, this is a Leo. See, your greatest fear is that you walk away from the Leo and then you're alone. Or are you afraid that he's going to come after you, that they are going to come after you? And that, yeah, you need to put this together, right? This is creatively putting yourself together so that you are doing this for you, your best. I still got forward movement cards here. Dude, where would you go? Right. Yeah, but if he's not living up to your second chance, why are you giving him second chances or third chances or fourth chances even, right? This is about you. You are allowed to get focused on what it is that what you want and what you need. And if the partner in your life is not bringing to the table what you want and what you need, why are they your partner? Right? This is key. This is you being all that in a bag of chips and you choosing and deciding what you're going to put in your cup. And if somebody else is controlling what goes in your cup, then you don't have the power that you need to actually be making the decisions that you need to be making. And if that is a simple conversation with Leo to say, hey, we had a deal here. We were about moving forward. We were about growing together, and you are not coming to the table with what we need in this relationship, or I can't bring all of me to the table because of me, then there's a conversation. But you've got to, this is so close that it's almost like, is the Leo tied to the apartment, darling? Quick yes or no. Is the Leo tied to the apartment? If you change apartments, is that leaving the Leo? Right? And this is the fun part. Give me a yes or a no. Is the apartment tied to the Leo? No, it's not. Right. So if you change apartments, it won't change anything with the Leo, right? So if the fear of changing the apartment is going to create a situation where you can't be with the Leo anymore, so you've decided you're not changing the apartment, then I would do the soul searching, do the risk reward exercise that shows you what is available as apartments. But if this energy is key to you moving forward, right? You're sitting here looking, do I break up with this guy and walk on, guy, girl, whatever? Do I break up with this Leo and walk on? This is immediately followed by a 10 of Swords, right? So the missing card in between a 3 of Swords and a 10 of Swords is a 7 of Swords. Sevens are about communication, about the chaos created by communications. Was there something that the Leo said that caused you to second guess the relationship or the living space? And why is the Leo connected to your living space? Is he too far away, not close enough, right? And ultimately, you've got to make the decision in order to decide which way you're going to walk, right? Irrelevant of him, because him or her, irrelevant of the Leo, because the Leo is going to make their own decisions based on their center of perception. Do you get this? And so if you take the challenge, which is you're almost there. Once you make this decision, it's done. I'm not seeing I'm not seeing the potential for what if we keep going together. I'm getting what if I end it. Do you see the difference here? Two completely different energies. You are almost where and who you want to be, and an ending. And this is an intellectual ending. It's like you're almost at this, and your spirit is like, well, you got to bring your way all the way to it. So this ending has to be either you put an ending to the misgivings that you have about the lease that you're second guessing because it came up as the first thing that popped in, but it's also you've got to put an end to the second guessing what you're going to do about this current relationship, and it is putting the second guessing to bed that ends the issue, right? Because in both cases I got the 10. And the 9 is as soon as you get out of your head and relax into it, you will realize that in always choosing your best life, you open up new pathways and new opportunities and new potential that didn't exist beforehand. And sometimes in order to get yourself to really feel the answers that you are looking for internally, you just got to be creative and trick yourself into, like do the exercise. Oh, you were booted out. You're going to have to reread this, darling. But this is all about you being creative and putting it together, right? If the horses don't want to go the way that you want the horses to go, then you've got to creatively get the horses going the way that you want them to go. Otherwise, they're going to pull your chariot apart. Do you get this? So this is about you deciding where you want to go. And then if the horses don't want to come, you have two options. You either change horses or get the horses to go where you want them to go. And this is where the creativity comes into play. Does this make sense? But you walking through not knowing how to do what you want to do, or not want to feel, not knowing how to feel about what you want to feel, is this card is like you already know. You are so almost there. And what you want to put together, you already know how to put together. You just have to take your focus off what's not working and allow what is working to work. Do you get this? And that's where your happiness lies. Right? But you got to do this internal study, this internal meditation, and really figure out, like I said to Jazz, this is you make the decision, not somebody else. This is your decision to make. Nobody else makes this decision for you. But you got to know what that decision is before you make it, and then make it and stick to it and be, I'm not getting courage here. So it's like, what are you so afraid of putting together that you want to end it, right? And you got to feel your way through that. And meditation is your best friend at that level. Do you catch this? At 80. We are going to, feel free to type any questions you like there in the chat, Andrea, but we're going to move forward. I'm going to bring Amanda in live. You guys, we got just over an hour left. There we go. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Doing well, yourself?
I'm doing great. A little Mary Sunshine over here, you. All the time.
I try.
Yeah. How's the readings going with your friend?
Even better.
Really?
It's like, it's crazy what I can see now. It's just like,
isn't alignment the greatest thing?
It's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, to be able to recover from things and that come up, it's like that you usually would take me out, like emotionally drain me, physically just put me out. Like I'm able to be like, okay, this happened. What can I learn from it?
Yeah.
Okay, what can I take from this? Why is this showing up? Okay, let's take this and move on, because something happened that I wasn't expecting.
Oh,
out of the blue.
Yeah.
Let's see what the cards say on it.
I've got one question when I'm trying to figure something out. I gotta keep reminding myself, we don't want to figure things out. We want to feel our way through it, right?
Yes.
So one of the questions I ask myself that I got from another spiritual teacher was, what am I making this mean about me?
Mm-hmm.
Add that to your questions.
Yeah. How?
And
Yeah.
Right?
Because
Because you're the
we
one
create our
creating.
reality. We
Yep.
create our reality. So I'm the one creating this. Why am I creating this?
Exactly. Right?
What is this
Why?
showing me about me that I need to heal?
Exactly. Courage comes out of it. Courage comes out of here, right out of this. Like, stick your head in the dragon's mouth, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Holly gets my references to dragons. You get to tame the dragon. This is your dragon. Who's working with pendulums?
Nobody that I know of.
Oh, have you ever worked with one?
I've used them, but I do not own one. But I've had it move in my hand and stuff like that. I've never used any. The only tools I use are crystals. Just holding them.
Okay.
But otherwise, no.
All right. So it's not a pendulum necessarily. So the crystal on a chain is specifically jumping out of this card. Why?
I don't know. I wear all different types of crystals.
Okay. So there's something. It might be a specific crystal, and it might be just pushing me to say, are you looking to work more with crystals? You want to take a course? You want to do what? What is that?
I have more crystals than you can count.
I know.
And I know so much about them.
Are you teaching?
No, but I was going to do a podcast. Somebody that I met is doing a podcast, and she said she wanted to bring me up to talk about crystals because I know so much about them.
There you go. That's So the answer to the universe. We've had this before. You know what the answer to the universe is? Always, always, always. Unless you got control issues, which you don't.
Yeah.
In which case, right? So the 11 is coming up here. The strength card is coming up here because you need to make that decision. And hell, go for it. Because I'll have you come on my live and talk about crystals too, right?
Yeah.
And then I get the shit or get off the pot card. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Oh, and this is, and like a 6 of Cups. And then, and then there's a 10 of Swords. So in putting it, it's like, okay. So there is a having in order to, having as in cutting in half, right? In order to have the whole, and the whole being the ending, which creates the new beginning, because I get the 10 of Swords coming up here. Something comfortable, something, there's like, you almost have to take something out of the balance in order to maintain more solid balance, or to create more solid balance. Do you get where I'm energetically trying to drag you here? You know what I'm referring to. No, you already know. I love that. And the trick here is normally I get the 7 of Cups, and my first instinct is to stay away from there. But are you doing stuff with past lives, or what are you working on that ties to the crystals and the past at the same time? Where's that dragging you?
Well, I've been doing a lot of, I still do. Every day you're learning, you're growing, you're healing, you're getting rid of the shadows that you've come across you carried with you throughout your lifetime.
Yep.
With the crystals, I meditate with them. But with my past life, I have looked into, because when I hold crystals in my hand, if I hold anything in my hand, it heats up. So the crystals will heat up like they've been sitting in fire.
Yeah.
So they'll literally heat up and retain that heat and feel like they're on fire. And I'll hand them to somebody, and then it cools down in their hand, and it, like, all that energy goes out. But crystals react to me. So I'm like, why is that? So I asked recently with someone, like, why is that? And she said it's tied to my past life abilities, which are just carried over into here, which is my connection with Mother Earth. And she even called me Numie, which is have you heard of Numie?
You told me about it last week.
Yeah, so with Numie and being that protector of the planet and having that connection with Mother Earth and the trees and the crystals and the water and everything. Like
Yep.
the animal spirits, like they're all my heart. They fill
Okay.
my heart.
So what do you need to do? So the 7 becomes a spiritual call or an emotional call to that past, saying, here, you've got to heal this. How do we heal this? You heal this, right? So I take the 7 minus the 4 and I get a 3. The 3 that comes out is there's only 2 3s that'll come out of a 7 of Cups, and a 4 of Wands is either a 3 of Wands, which is the magical connection of 2 becoming 1, or the 3 of Cups, which is the magic of 2 emotions becoming 1. So it's the first call is to heal your alignment. The second call is to decide which way you're going so that it brings you back to this. I'm not sure that it's necessarily a course. There is a decision that you have to make, or you've already made, that you have to communicate to somebody.
Oh, I've already done that.
You've done the communication?
Yeah.
But you haven't got the fallout yet.
There's nothing to fall out.
Okay, so and I'm getting the devil card coming up here. This is a control issue.
So, well, there was a person that I was close to for a year, speaking to them like every single day, and then out of the blue, she was like, we're no longer in alignment, because she said, hey, you want to talk? I said, yeah, later. And then I got tired and fell asleep. So I'll say, I'll talk to you tomorrow. So we spoke the next day. But apparently she had something to tell me. But because I, put off that one phone call, that made her not want to tell me everything going on in her life, and held it off, even though she had ample opportunity to speak up. But she didn't do that.
She won't tell you at all.
Oh, she said we're not in alignment anymore. Basically, don't want to be friends, out of the blue.
All right. So, but you still don't know what it was that she wanted to tell you.
It was, I don't know, guess something going on. She did mention it because I said her sister had a baby. And I was like, oh, how's Aurora doing? And she said, oh, the lungs were underdeveloped, so she's been in the NICU. And I was like, what? Okay. Like, why didn't you tell me this? She's like, oh, it's been 10 days, and I said I wanted to talk to you that day. And I'm like, if you want to talk to me, like, you had ample opportunity. You didn't tell me there was anything going on.
How's the baby doing right now?
I have no idea, because she stopped talking to me. We stopped talking.
Right. So, okay. So this is why I'm getting the cards. You're on the outside looking in. So you are in a position of non-contact, because now you're not in alignment with this person anymore.
That's what she said.
Yes. This is pick up the phone and call and ask how the baby is. Right.
Well, she said she didn't want, if somebody doesn't want to be in my life and somebody gets, I don't know. I was calling her. I was like, I talk to you more than I talk to anybody. Like, yep. She's like, I don't want to talk via reels. You send me reels, and I don't talk on social media like that. I don't send reels. Yeah. I'm like, well, we do talk on the phone outside of reels. It's only a few reels I send you just because it makes you laugh or makes me think of you. That's it. Like, that's not a big deal. Like, if you don't want me to send me a fucking reel, I don't have to send you a reel. You know what I mean? But it's like, I can feel the anger and resentment and the jealousy and stuff coming up in her. And I'm like, I don't know where that's coming from.
Is this a love interest or just friends?
She said that that's what I've been thinking. I'm like, I feel like she's expecting like a relationship level of connection with me. But she says she's straight, and I felt that. She immediately cut that off way back in the day. That's fine. And so I moved on.
Yeah.
But I feel like the level of friendship, I'm like, we're friends. Like, what are you expecting out of me? Like,
yeah.
If you want me to be in a relationship, that's way more commitment to talk to you every night and have a different connection that way. That's different.
All right. I want to take a nice deep breath. Relax right down, sink right into yourself, and tell me what you want vis-a-vis that friendship. Do you want it or don't you?
Nope.
You're done. Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful. So so she doesn't know that you're also done.
Yeah. I'm a Capricorn. If you say you don't want to be a part of me and I didn't do anything out,
that was easy. Yeah. So this is you, right? It's you don't care what's in her cup at this point. This is all about your cup.
Yeah.
This is my cup. I'm the boss here. This is my emotion, and you can't play me like this.
Yep.
Right?
Because I
And
put so much of me and love into it, but
yeah,
I wasn't enough for her. She has her own demons, and I don't blame her. I love her, and I'll always love her.
yeah. So
She has her own demons to deal with, and if she, I wasn't giving her what she wanted, all right, see you later. There's nothing I can do.
that's right. So the seed becomes, where do you plant the next seed? Where's your next step? Right? So that you don't exactly, right? Get into
100%.
alignment, decide what you want, and then make it happen. Make
Yep.
it real. Write it down. Create a plan. And then it becomes right. And the disconnection, right? There was an element of this person has created the ending because they wanted more from you than they were willing to tell you that they wanted, which
Yeah.
disrupts both of you, right?
Yeah.
And whether or not that was a love interest or just friends, it's a two-sided emotional relationship that puts you in a position of going, what the hell was that all about? Why'd you cut me off like that? And
It
your
was
point in the
weird.
head is going, what the hell did I do? Why was she behaving like that? And of course your Capricorn back gets up and goes, well, screw that. I don't have to play this
She
game.
was like, I'm not into meditation and sound bowls anymore, and I'm not into that. I'm not in that frequency. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you saying? Like, I rarely listen to sound bowls, and if I do, I sleep to them. It's not like I put that down your throat. Like, why are you bringing this stuff up? Like, that's so weird. That doesn't make sense. It was literally out of the blue.
She meets somebody.
No, not that I know of, but she apparently wasn't telling me.
Weeks, right? But you
What's
haven't
that?
spoken to her in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
right?
it's been a week or two.
Yeah. So in this case, what you're looking at is the 9 of Swords. So the energy coming in here is that you're going, how dare you throw me away like yesterday's news when we didn't have this relationship to begin with, right? You feel like the lover spurned in spite of the fact that you never had that relationship to begin with. You were just buds. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I love her, and I had a great connection with her, I thought, but apparently she felt, I don't know, she had mentioned she's like, you're talking to all these other people and making all these other connections and stuff. And I'm like, what? Yeah, I talk to people. Like,
yeah,
I love people. I love making that connections. I love helping people. But it's like, I don't know. I think she just wanted that all to herself, like me all to herself.
Yeah, it feels like that too. So the energy becomes making the break internally, but do it in such a way that you say to her, spirit, give her back her grace. Thank you.
I did.
This is right. And then it's over. It's done with, right? She's still got her hooks in you.
Yeah.
Right?
I woke up at 2:22 that night, sweating.
Yeah.
And then I knew instantly, because I'm like, why did this happen? And it was because of her jealousy, insecurity. And I in my sleep, I surrounded her with this love cocoon of light.
Oh, nice. Yeah. The 6 of Pentacles is a cool card for this situation because it's about a give and take. If you don't have, if you're putting out, and it's not coming back, it's a one-sided relationship, right? If you're not putting out and they're taking, it's the same one-sided relationship, right? Relationships need to, I was talking about, you were listening when I talked about molecular connections before. When you guys touch hands, it doesn't matter who or why you're touching hands, you're sharing molecules with each other. You've just in a way become part of each other. I mean, you always were, but now the physical on this side, you're sharing that physicality, right? So you have, so how do you break that? And you can't, right? Until you give them back their completeness, their wholeness, so that one, you're not missing them and they're not missing you. And it has nothing to do with them. Do you get that?
Mm-hmm.
So part of you is going through this, well, she must miss me. We spent so much time together, right? And what are you doing? You're taking that grace back the second you're thinking, well, she must be missing me.
Yeah, I mean, I do think about her occasionally, and I'm sending her love. I'm
Yeah.
sending her love and healing. I really hope she does find the healing that she needs. Because she's like the runaway bride. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
So she's been married several times, and she does that. She immediately, this is a pattern. Like, she'll end the relationship and then she'll delete all the pictures, all the memories, every connection. She hasn't deleted me off of social media or anything, but she's like the runaway bride. Like, if anything slights her in any way, somehow in her mind, she's gone. And
Right.
I've even had readings saying that she's going to leave, because I asked what the connection was between us. And somebody was like, when she feels the floor is unstable, she's going to go.
She's going to cut and run.
Yep.
Right.
And we all knew
And
it. And we discussed that. And we're
right.
like, well, when it happens, I love you, and I'll always love you in this lifetime and the next.
Yeah. So so what do you need to harvest from that relationship?
What do I need to harvest?
Yep.
I have looked at it, and it's about also showing respect for myself.
Yeah.
And, because getting stuff in return.
Yeah. Well, do you feel like you just went into your head for that answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to bring it back in, right? You have to demand those boundaries that you're looking for. They have to be in place I like to say at all times, but the only people that you're going to release and let go are going to be those that are on the same. So she is in a position where she has created for you, this is how I want to control this relationship between you and I. And you, in your good sense, has said, no, I don't play that. I'm a Capricorn. I control my existence. Except part of you keeps wanting to go back there because that takes away from your power. You get it? This is an ego thing that you're dealing with. And as we go through trying to work out our spiritual pathway, right? This thing is going to still keep running the over and over again. The reel is just going to keep coming. And right? So this is, you're going to roll it backwards and you're going to walk through what is it that you wanted to get from her. And she already gave it to you.
Yeah.
Right?
She reflected a lot of stuff back to me.
Yeah. And so your power lies in really feeling what she was saying to you. Right? There is an element to, I don't want to say drop the rock oh, Jesus. 2 tens, right? One right after the other. Right? And the ability here is to be the king, to be you already know this.
Yeah.
Right? Now you got to get the pointy little head on board so that it feels that same. No, are you kidding? That was really bad for me. That was not a good relationship. That was a take. And how dare, right? And so your ego was
gave. That's what I did.
Yes, because you enjoyed the ego stroke, the having that friendship, having that relationship, and giving that all day, every day. You were getting something back from, but it was an ego something back. You weren't getting the fulfillment. You weren't getting the two-sided friendship because you already know that. You already knew that all that time. So this is where the cutting comes, right? So here is be the Capricorn power. Coming out here and going, just be the Capricorn. Don't second guess this ending, right? And pull that generational healing out of yourself, right? Focus on that pathway, not this pathway.
Yeah.
Right?
It's my self-worth. It's what, I got to fill my cup.
You got it.
And that's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm going up actually near her. Because I met somebody else that was near her. It's 3.5 hours away, and I met 2 people within 20 minutes of each other. It's funny. So I'm going. It's her birthday tomorrow, so I'm going up this weekend to see her and the person I stream with, Rosie. I'm going to see her too.
Yeah, right.
She lives like 30 minutes from there. So we're gonna all meet up this weekend, and I'm excited to see them.
That's good. Well, that's the Three of Wands coming out there, right? You got to put that
Mhm.
together. Those friends are going to get together. That's going to happen. That's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
And the trick here is to go back into remembering why you made this decision and give her back her grace, right?
Yeah.
Because being a take kind of person is no good for anybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow. Crazy.
I know, right?
Go feel your way through that emotionally, because I could feel that bag needs to be ripped open and give her back whatever it is that you're carrying with you.
It's love. I love so deeply.
Yeah, well, you're going to, but that's part of your curse, right? You're going to love
Yeah.
so deeply. The trick is to love her anyway, and you've got to
Yeah.
unpack that bag in order to do it. So that's why that's coming up like that.
I have to love myself. I can
Also,
love her easily, but loving myself, that's where,
in spite of not having her, right? And
exactly.
this is where the thing
without
comes
the
up.
support. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't need the support. You have the support all day, every day.
Yep.
Same thing. Wow, crazy good cards. Keep me posted. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Enjoy your friends, and we'll see.
Yeah,
you
I'm
back
looking
here.
forward to it. Something different and getting out there. So
very cool. All righty.
All right.
Who have I got? We'll see you again. Love to you.
Yep.
All
Sending
right.
love. Bye.
Okay, I got search for IQ. Are you live? You're going to come in for reading. Hello, Adpag. How you doing, Ada? All right, I got who have I got waiting? I got search for IQ waiting on board. Honey, did you want to come in live? If you're going to come in live, there's the chat. Otherwise, we're going to move forward. Holly is also sitting on deck waiting for a reading. And I'm not sure if either one of you guys are still here because you haven't said anything into the chat in forever. And I also have Izzy waiting. So whichever one of you want to pop up first, let me know that you're still there and we'll do a reading for you. Otherwise, we'll see who else are we reading for. Give us a message and let me know. Who am I reading for next, you guys? Are we reading for anybody? Here comes Holly. Holly's back. All right, we're going to bring Holly in, and if search for IQ comes back or Izzy comes back, we will find out. Good morning, Holly.
Morning.
You said it's cold. You look cold.
A little bit. It's like there's just a tiny little bit of snow on the ground. But we've had it up to in the 60s.
That's not
and
bad.
It's supposed to be warm again the rest of the week.
I'm fine with that.
Yesterday
and it's just going to keep getting warmer and warmer through. And then we'll be sitting here in July complaining about how hot it is.
All right. I have daffodils blooming everywhere. My forsythia bush is blooming. I have I don't have tulips yet, but crocuses all over. And
I haven't seen anything coming up out of the grass yet, but it'll start this week. I'm starting to see buds on the maple trees, but that's because they're running big time.
Yeah, I have a magnolia tree behind our house that it gets the buds obviously open on top and go down, because they need the sunlight.
So I got to tell you to shit or get off the pot. What's this? What do you got to do?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. There's something that you want to do that you got to do. Let's find out. This is.
I'm still taking my civil service course.
Yes.
I haven't seen. I checked the listings the other day. I haven't seen anything yet.
Okay. Keep looking, but you haven't passed the course yet either.
No.
Right.
We have one more class next Monday, and then I have a whole bunch of studying and stuff to do because I'm not good at math.
All right. So yeah, the math is trickier. How do you? Because you don't like math to begin with, right?
No.
All right.
I had a math teacher that yelled at us when I was in high school, so I never asked him for help.
Get over it. You need the math. Perhaps that's what it is. You need to ask for help. Is there somebody in your class that's good at math?
Well, I actually talked to one of the teachers at the school
Yeah.
where I sub at, and he said
Mhm.
he'd help me.
There you go. Take him up on it. This is so I got the lovers here, which I immediately thought of Dave, and it was like, no, it's not Dave. So like, okay, so what is this? So there's a dance that you need to do with a partner that's going to get you to where you want to be, and this person offering to help you with the math, take them up on it, because it's followed by the 10 of cups, which is emotional forward movement, right? This is everything coming together, and then it opens up an even bigger challenge for you, which is finding the civil surface position. Right?
Right.
Right.
What do Capricorns know about challenges? I don't know.
No kidding. No, we create our own challenges, don't we? All right. What else can I tell you here? Is the court case over? When's the date?
No, we go back to court on the 21st for the child support. I still haven't seen or talked to Destiny. I texted her on Easter to wish her a happy Easter, and I haven't heard back.
Mm-hmm.
She's still in the I hate my mom phase.
Yeah. So this is where generosity of spirit comes into play. You get to be the king of cups here. Right? This is when you think of her, you give her the energy as if you were sending the right. It's when the I hate you means I love you. Did you see the reel that I put out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's the energy right there. It's you give the generosity of spirit over to her in spite of everything else going on, and always be open, always be there in spite of the fact that nothing's coming back. That's where your comfort's going to come in. This is the give and take, right? This comes out to a case of there is, and I don't know what it is based on the state that you're in. You can sit down and calculate what the judge is probably going to say to you vis-a-vis giving money to him for her care and upkeep.
Well, he said they have guidelines, obviously, and
Yep.
he said that, well, I can make you pay according to what 40 hours a week at minimum wage would be, but I'm only working because I'm a sub, so I'm on call and it's as needed. So like this week I'm off because
You're not
school's
needed.
closed.
Right.
So money's really, really tight right now.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm bringing home a $200 paycheck for 2 weeks, that's
Yeah, so this is the emotional preparation for the financial, is to figure out based on, and Dave's salary cannot come into play, right?
Yeah, he's not working at all. He's still fighting for disability. Like he just went to the doctor last week, and he's got to do the whole approval and hearings and all that stuff. So it could take him a year before he even gets paid.
Right. But yeah, well, so in the meantime, you guys got to figure out your way through this. I'm getting the 9 of Wands. So the stress and the strain is at its heaviest. It's almost over. It's going to keep going on for a little while in that sense. So you've got to figure out a way through this financially so that you make your way through it. You get that?
Right. Yeah,
Right.
and we're still waiting for our New York State tax return and our federal and state from a few years ago because we put the wrong year on
Oops.
the paperwork. So we have to wait for that. So that'll when we get both of those, that'll help because we need another vehicle. Because our truck decided it was gonna not about a month or so ago. It just like, oh no, I'm gonna be weird. So yeah,
it's always something, right? The
Always.
trick is to maintain your solidity as a family in spite of all hell breaking loose around you.
Yeah, Dave and I, we spent a lot of time together, and Bella, she's a lot happier, not worrying about her sister threatening her. And
dude, focus on focus. I get this 10 of cups sitting here in the middle of all of everything that is going on, right? Is there an element to your being concerned that when you actually sit down in front of the judge that he's going to disrupt this, or say no, Destiny's coming back and living in the space, whether you like it or not, whether she likes it or not? Like where is the anxiety around the court case that you're still carrying?
Well, it's just, I don't know if she's ever going to want to come home.
Okay. And what if she doesn't?
Then I feel like I lost her.
Yeah, except she was going to grow up and you were going to lose her anyway. Get it? Right? This is, we have our children for a time and for a season, right? And all of the love and all of the grace that you put into her in those first 13 years, that's already in there. Do you get that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And she cannot take that away from you. You can allow that to have power over you, but she can never take that away from you. Do you get it? So there's an element of, there's a comfort that you can give yourself over the situation in spite of having no control over it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so, and the easiest way is what you've been doing is focusing on your family.
Right.
Right. You haven't had this much comfort. You and Dave are getting along better than ever.
Right.
Your daughter, your other daughter, is getting along better than ever. Nobody has the sword of Damocles hanging over your head anymore, except that you keep thinking, well, what if the judge decides, okay, what if the judge decides, because you want her back, you're doing this internal head, okay, what if the judge decides she's going to come back? This is going to disrupt my this is going to make a mess out of our family and all the comfort that we've been living for the past 6 months, 7 months, right? 9. Right? This is like, this is real. This comfort, this coming together, the lack of disruption, right? So why is that coming to an ending? Because the judge might throw a wrench into the works by bringing Destiny back home, but you want nothing more than bring Destiny back. You need to resolve this.
Yeah, well, I don't even know when or if that's going to happen, because that's separate. It's up to her if she wants to come back. And then obviously then we have to start the whole court case all over again, because her dad's just not going to say, oh, okay, you can go live with your mom, unless it's his decision, because he's bailed on her before.
Right. But do you see the wishy-wash on the commentary?
Yeah.
You need to be comfortable with whatever happens vis-a-vis Destiny. If she's coming, right, she's going, it's got to be completely irrelevant, and only you can make that internal decision. Because this is easy to focus on while you've got it in front of you. This is the happiness. This is the dance with Dave. This is the dance with family, right? And this is the challenge of, this is all about to come to an end. You feel that?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want you focusing on what could happen, what might happen with the judge, with the ending that's pending. I want you, this six of Pentacles says, get solid here, relax into whatever comes, and deal with it when it comes. Because right now, this is what you have, but this is what you're focused on. You see the disconnect? Right. And that's what's creating that disconnect in you.
It's just hard because I want her to come home, but I also want her to be happy here.
Yes, but she's not happy here. So why do you want her to come home? Why do you want her to be where she's not happy?
Because I want her to be happy here.
Well, yeah, but you can't have that. You didn't have that. That wasn't working. right? But
It was for quite a while until her dad came back, and then grandma and dad is like, oh well, you can't love your mom, and you can't love Dave, and you can't love Bella, and blah blah blah, and whatever nonsense they were telling her.
Yeah. But here's the beauty of it, right? You're the one on the outside looking in, because she's got everything that she could choose where she wants to live. She could live with you guys where she was miserably unhappy, or she can live with them where, frankly, she's going to create her happiness based on what she wants, because she always has.
Right.
You get it? Like this is a child who is so out of control. She's completely in control emotionally. You catch it? Right? So she's the type of person, I love that there's 2 3s there. She's the type of person that she's going to decide what she wants in spite of everybody else on the planet, because she always has. And your decision has to be deciding what you want in spite of what destiny wants. And you got to cut that mom apron string in order to really release yourself into it, right? The ability to say to yourself, no, I want destiny to be happy, period. Not happy here, not happy there, just happy. You get it? And then you can cut that tie that's dragging you in there. But this is the same thing that keeps, this is why I'm getting the shit or get off the pot. You can't tell the universe, I want her back, I want her home, I want her happy, and tell the universe in the same breath, but I want her happy over there too. Because the universe doesn't work like that. The universe wants clarity. The universe wants you to feel exactly what you want to feel in order for it to know what to deliver up, right? And the more you focus on your relationship with Dave and how well that's working, and the communication and the dance with Dave, same thing with your math, your potential math tutor there, right? This is a gift to you from the universe, because you deserve this. Do you get it? Right? And this, look at how happy this family is. This card keeps coming up for you, right? Your path lies in allowing yourself to be happy in spite of the fact that your baby is living in somebody else's house. Come into focus.
Right? That's cute. I like the baby.
Isn't it adorable? But look at the leprechaun hiding behind the doors.
Oh,
look where the pot of gold lies. Go get the pot of gold, right? Don't worry about the baby. Worry about you enjoying the hell out of everything. This is, hello. Can we come back? Hello. All right, we're going to be fuzzy on here. Hello. Magic. Okay, maybe I won't come into focus for the next 20 minutes. That'll be fine. No, come out. Oh, it doesn't want to come back into focus. Here, maybe if I do this for a second, and then it has no choice but to focus. It's not focusing. All right. Well, don't worry about it. I'm going to be fuzzy. Pretend you're drunk and we'll get along fine. But the focus on what's going right is the power here, right? So it's you've got to meditate into. You think destiny. I hope she's happy, and then put it to bed, right? Because there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can change. She has chosen her pathway. She gets to walk her pathway. All you can do is love her in spite of whatever that pathway is, right? It's the same energy the first day of school, right? When she was going off to school and you were like, oh my God, how is she going to get along? Is she going to make friends? Right? That's the same energy. But she has always been totally self-motivated. And, now I'm in focus. Always walking down her path, regardless of what anybody else wants for her, right?
Right.
So the second that you release it and let her have that power, then the period goes at the destiny happy period. Get it? And that's the goal up here. This is this pointy little thing of yours will get involved and try and mess that up. Your challenge is to stay focused on the love in spite of the challenge, in spite of the communication, in spite of her saying, I hate you, I don't want anything to do with you. Your response needs to be, I love you enough for both of us. Right? Otherwise, you're going to eat yourself alive anytime the thought comes to your head. Right? And it's not something that you have control over. So stop trying to control it internally, because you can't. You get it?
Yeah.
At a certain level, in spite of, even if you never see her or speak to her ever again, she still has that love for you. How do I know? Because you cannot hate somebody if you don't love them.
Right.
Right? It's the emotional hook is there, right? So as long as you're getting I hate you, you're getting something. Get it?
Right.
It's just retraining your brain to hear what you should really be hearing, which is, like she's in the same position as my son. She wants to know her family that you kept her from all these years, in spite of who they are and where they are. Well, now she's got them. Now she gets to learn for herself. If you have to spiritually put it in a sense of, oh, she's off at summer camp, she's doing her thing and she'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, disconnect yourself from it, because any control you're allowing it to have over you is preventing you from having the clarity that you need to feel your way through this.
Right.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Seize the dragon, girl, and ride it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the whole job thing, because I would love to be hired on at the school full time, but if I do the civil service test, pass it, get a good enough grade where people are like, we want to hire you, then so feel kind of a little bit in limbo there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, put your focus on, what do I need to pass it? You pass everything on that test that they're going to throw at you. The only thing that you're missing would be the math. Yes.
Right. Pretty much.
That's what the shit, or get off the pot. Put your focus. What you want is to move forward. What you want is that civil service job so that you can move forward. What do you need to get that civil service job? Is that piece of paper that says, yes, she passed the civil service exam. Same thing to work for the government here in Canada. If you can't pass that civil service exam, you can't work for the government. Here you need 2 languages. So consider yourself lucky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's your pathway through it. Jump down from the tree and focus on what you need to focus on. Focus on your daughter that lives with you, who is happier than she's been in years. Focus on your partner and your relationship with him, which is happier than it's been in years, right? And use that to focus on what you guys want and where you guys are going, not on what happened or why it happened or how can you fix it. Or the second that you get into any kind of woulda, shoulda, coulda, you're dragging yourself away from your focus, which is right here, right now.
Right.
You got it?
Yeah.
Good luck to you, darling. All right. Who we got waiting? Say hi to Dave for me.
I will. Thanks.
Have a great week, and good luck with your math exam. See, that's the first one. Park that at the you go. The mindset that you need on that, Holly, is I am going to pass this math exam come hell or high water. You get it?
Right. Yeah.
And go figure out how to do everything that you need to do, and don't worry about the past, because the past is what's slowing you down. You need to focus right here, right now, and that's your pathway forward through all of this. Good
okay.
luck. All right. Let me know how the studying goes. Enjoy.
I will. All right. Thanks. Yep. Bye.
Bye. All righty. Izzy, you're back. Are you going to come on live, or do you want me to read for you in the chat, darling? And then if not, I'm going to do a reading for JS. Who's waiting? Wants to hear about a reading about money and love. You're going to stay in chat. Alrighty. Izzy. Oh, talk about feeling left out in the cold. What are you looking at that you would like to be doing that you don't? Oh, there's something over. You have no control over this situation. You are in a position where you want, are you looking? You want to know what's coming in for love. Everybody's got love but you. I like to tell this, you need to change your perspective. You need to change your horizons. What are you doing? What are you physically doing that puts you in a position where you can actually meet this love interest that you are interested in having in your existence? And you need to put yourself out there. You can't sit at home looking out at the universe from inside the house and expect to meet a love interest. So what are you doing? I want you to ask yourself this question and pull up the answer. You don't need to type it into the chat. But what are you doing that will put you in a situation where you are available to have that love relationship? Because right now, what you're telling the universe is that you're on the outside looking in and you don't know how to get on the inside. And the universe is trying to bring you to the inside and keeps throwing you challenges that you are swatting away and going, no, that's not where I want it. You just work. All right. So that is the thing, right? So you're saying to the universe, but I want to have this. I want to have a lover. I want to know. This is for Izzy. This is a reading for Izzy. Joe, I will do you next. The challenge that the universe is throwing at you, Izzy, is that you need to put yourself somewhere where the universe is going to throw that love interest, be able to throw that. You have no control over when that love interest is going to pop up their head. All you have control over is when you put yourself into places. This card strikes me as telling you, you got to go somewhere. You've got to be, do you have a friend that has, there's got to be something social that you can do with yourself, possibly with a friend, that will put you in a position where the universe can get you, stop being on the outside looking in, and then you're on the inside where this love interest can come. But you've got to go to it. It can't come to you. The universe is asking you for help here. And look at this. This is you with a partner coming up there, right? And this is possibly, watch this. This is possibly somebody that you used to be with, that you had a bad falling out with, and this causes you to be moving forward. Is it possible that this was a relationship that you parked because you didn't like the way that they were behaving and you were expecting more from them than they were willing to give at the time? And maybe this is a step backwards. But look at this, right on the heels of the Knight of Cups is a Knight of Coins. And this is going after this solidity. So you are divorced. That's great. And how's your relationship with your ex? Is your relationship with your ex what's keeping you from moving forward and finding this lovely light, right? Are you telling the universe, okay, I want to have a lover, I want to have a relationship, I want to be with somebody, but I can't go anywhere, I can't do anything because it's going to get back to my ex and my ex is going to get jealous? Like, what is the energy there that keeps you from going after what you want to go after? And you've got to put yourself out there. Right. And if you don't know where to put yourself out there, put yourself places where you are putting love into it. Like, go do a volunteer position where you're helping kids, or go do something where you are helping do loving by doing loving things. The more love you want in your life, the more love you have to express to the universe. Did you catch this? All right. Joe, did you want to come on live while I read your cards? I've got 10 minutes left here, you guys. She works 2 jobs. Izzy, if you're going to be working 2 jobs, you need to figure out a way to combine them into one job, or find a way. You've got to be able to put, if you're in a job where you are trapped in a cubicle and nobody sees you all day, every day, there's no way that you're going to meet anybody. You have to put yourself out there. All right, it's a mixed message that you're sending. You get it? Good luck to you, darling. Joe, did you want to come on? Good luck to you, darling. But really, seriously, I don't know, join a bridge club or join a reading club. You're going to try, but we can start on chat. All right. I'll keep you in chat. I've got just over 10 minutes left here, you guys. So this may be the last reading. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I got a Deuce of Wands out of the gate. You have a decision that you need to make for your own health, your own healing. You got health issues going on, darling? Quick yes or no, and we can get this through as quick as possible. Yes or no? Do you have health issues going on? Do you have a decision about your health that you need to make? Well, you do. Do you know that what this health decision is? Yes or no? Joe, this is for you, darling. Do you know what this health decision is that you need to make? You know already what it is. Are you doing what you have to do in order to fulfill this decision? Yes or no? Yes. Bonus. All right. And you know that the results are out of your control. You have a target, I assume, because I'm getting the Six of Swords here. You know what the target is. Yes? You just got to keep doing it. This is something that takes time. Oh, but oh my gosh, look at this. Just stick to it. Man, this is about you coming into all that. This is you gotta do. I want you doing whatever this is because this is about you. This is for you and nobody else. Is somebody getting in the way of you doing whatever this is? Yes or no? I'm going to get you to type another yes in there. Let's see if we can get it. 1, 2 at 11:51. Yes or no? Do you know what it is that you have to do to attain this health goal? Yes or no? You may be typing me a novel here. Or you've disconnected. Hopefully not. Because your focus is everything here. Aha. All right. So here's the beauty of it. If you just do what you need to do, jump through the hoops, go through, you're going to get plugged in, and then you're back in waiting mode, looking, right? And then this is the 10 of Pentacles, and this is the completion of the entire process. In the meantime, you make your own luck. Have you got papers that you need to sign? You've got to get them signed. And there's a possibility that there's somebody that needs to help you, possibly with the paperwork. Are you trying to get back into school? Is that a possibility? Because I get it followed by the Hermit card and 3 of Pentacles and an Ember. You got to put an ending to something. This is like whole things. So whatever all this paperwork is that you need to deal with, you got to dot your I's and cross your T's. You get this? Easy enough. Easy enough. I'll see another yes out of you. Do you have somebody helping you? So yes. And do you have somebody helping you yet? Because this is, you need to put a fire under this and get your helper helping. So if you know who the helper is, this is where you want to get them. Easy enough. Easy enough. I can see another yes out of you. There you go. Easy. And then it's a matter of putting the paperwork in and waiting for the decision. Here's the fun part. If you put all of your faith into this coming together the way that, and you're not doing anything else to move yourself forward and put to the universe that you want to change this health situation. Oh, you don't know who the helper is. Well, you need to find out who the helper is. And I'm not sure what the health thing is. It's either a doctor, possibly a lawyer, possibly a journalist. This is Princess of Swords coming out here. You need to find out who that is. You have no control over the ultimate decision. So, but you just got to have all your papers in order to make this, put this together. And research tells me, the research card coming out here tells me that you're almost there. They are specialists, huh? Well, you've got to find the specialists, get the specialists working, and really go after this. Like, it's really important, because it is, whether you know it or not. This Deuce of Wands tells me that you've got to go down this path, whether you like it or not. And if you can't afford it, then OHIP needs to come into play. And what are you going to do if they say no? Right? You want to plan your way. There's got to be a way. You got to figure out what the pathway is, and you can get into alignment and feel your way down the pathway to get to where you're going. But everything that you do, everything that you are focused on coming together needs to be religiously, spiritually, emotionally, physically tied with you making this health decision. That this is the most important thing to you, because it is. And you know that it is. And until you find out what it is, you've got to go down every single, chase every thread, chase every tunnel, go down everywhere until you figure out how to cross that bridge. Does that make sense to you, darling? But there's help. There's somebody to help you. Maybe a health advocate. You're online on. I have no idea what that means, darling. But you're the one in control here. And you need to go after what it is that you want, in spite of thinking that you can't get success out of this. Does this make sense? As your freedom. Oh, and it's an incomplete sort of freedom too, because then you are also in a position where, in spite of it being imperfect, you get to creatively bring it together. Right? You get to decide. You have to decide. But this is me shoving you off a cliff to find this, in spite of OHIP. Get this support, get this help. Maybe like if it was a dental thing, I'd say contact the local dental school, and you can get dental services from seniors like a third of the price of a full dentist, right? Or I don't know what the health thing is, but you've got to figure this out. You have to walk down this path, because if you don't make this decision, then that decision will be made for you. Do you understand this? Right? Stop trying to think your way through it and feel your way through it. And by feel your way through it, I mean get the help that's available for you. That makes sense to you, darling? All righty. I have 3 minutes left here, you guys. So we're gonna quickly wrap it up. If Joe's got another question, ask it quickly. Otherwise, we're going to sign off for the day. It's almost 12 o'clock. I'm here in Montreal. We're here every Tuesday between 9 and noon for free tarot readings. Feel welcome to come in. I can be hired at psychictarot.ca. You can book readings there if you want to hire me outside of this. Easily found. And there we go. It's what I can do. That's all we can do. And I'm not getting another comment from Joe. I thank you guys all for coming in today. It was great reading for you. Be back here next Tuesday at 9 a.m. And I hope you have a great week. Get into alignment. And let your spirit drag you screaming through your life so that you really get all the juice out of your existence. Because you are here for you, not for your friends, not for your family, your bosses, your children. You are here for you, and you are here to live the best life that you can possibly create for yourself. And I want to thank you for letting me use my cards to help you find that best life. Have a great week, and we will see you back here again next Tuesday. Be well. And see you again soon. Thank you so